2023 Premier, handed over by Ballarat Toyota, Premier Sunbury.
Good afternoon and welcome to the beautiful City Oval this afternoon for the 2023 McDonald's Ballarat Football Netball League Grand Final. It's Darley taking on North Ballarat. Sam Young, Todd Whelan and Patrick Morrow bringing all the action live, but straight off the bat, I'm going to throw straight to Todd Whelan, who's organised a very special guest for all the viewers at home.
Yeah, indeed. Zach Butters joins us, former Darley Junior product of the club. Welcome, Zach.
G'day, boys. Thanks for having me on this morning.
Yeah, pleasure to have you with us. Great day for footy and good opportunity to see, your once junior club, and of course you are a premiership player, bona fide senior player as a young fella, going back to 2017, getting it done. Fond memories?
Yeah, definitely fond memories, and Ballarat's turn one on here today. You don't get too many better days than this, and yeah, got some of my best mates playing today, and a few guys I played with back in 2017, so really looking forward to watching them. Perfect
segue, Zach. Just name some of the boys that are close to you outside of football.
The Azapati brothers, Joel Cadman, Duncan Cadman, Mitch Ward. So there's a few I've got playing my junior footy with them, and I think it's a credit to Darley that we've been able to keep so many juniors over the time.
And each more than capable. So if you were tip of Smokey for the medal, Bewley and the like aside, one of the younger boys, one of your mates, who are you going to tip?
I've always loved Adam as a party, the younger brother of Andy. He's a tough little bugger, and he cracks in hard, and I like him.
Zach, how important it is that, I guess spoken at AFL level, that you boys talk about, your local clubs and, junior footy and how your grassroots from there?
Yeah, I think it's just, I definitely love getting back to the club now, and I think, it's where you probably grow your love for the game at your local level, just playing with your mates and having fun. So it's definitely something I've enjoyed and stay connected and still know everyone at the club. So.
And are you a pure spectator today, or have you got a little bit of a role to play within the Darley Football Club this afternoon?
I won't do too much. I'll just sit over there and, I just like being amongst it and, like getting front row seats.
And obviously Monday night coming up, your name has been highly tipped to be around the mark for the Brownlow. First of all, got a date, got a suit ready to go, all ready for Monday?
I've taken my mum. So
can't do much better than that, generally.
I always said if I made it, I'd take my mum. So mum's coming along and
she's driving the new Lexus to the Brownlow?
Nah, she hasn't got it yet, but she's pretty stoked to get that. So yeah, I think she's been well looked after this year. So hopefully it keeps me in the good books for a bit.
Well, and before Sammy finishes off for us and Darley come out onto the ground for the big one, so how's the body held up after a full season as a bona fide mid?
Yeah, a little bit sore, but no surgeries or anything, so on that front, all good. Probably have a week or two off and then start getting into it again. It's, as a professional athlete, you sort of get a bit bored sitting around doing not much, so you find your way getting active again pretty quickly.
Well, Zach, we won't keep your time as much. We don't need to ask you for a tip today. Best luck for Monday, and thank you for giving us 5 minutes this afternoon before the big one here in the Ballarat Football Netball League.
Thanks for having me, boys. Go well.
Good on you, Zach. Enjoy your day.
Zach Butters joining us here live at the City Oval this afternoon to talk a little bit of things about the AFL, and I guess...
Good luck, mate.
Obviously a product of the Darley Football Club. They've got some absolute beauties in season 2023, Todd, and just another one that's come through the ranks of the Devils.
Yeah, terrific to get Zach on, whether you're a Darley supporter or not, Pat, just adds weight to the contribution to the AFL coming out of the thriving Ballarat Football League.
Yeah, it definitely does. It shows how good the competition is overall and how healthy it is. Quality footballer, always has been. Be interesting how we go on the Brownlow count. I do have some Smoky, definitely.
Yeah, definitely been around the mark when it comes to the votes come Monday night.
And of course, Flynn Loader re-signed at Brisbane, so that's a real bonus.
Yeah, you're right there, Toddy, as well. It just shows, I guess, how this competition continues to grow. Lucky enough, myself, I come into the ranks with some of the guys we're seeing at the Darley Devils. Zach a little bit younger, but that same crop of young players have stuck at the club, and that's why they're, I guess, reaping the benefits here in season 2023, when it was only a couple of years ago, Toddy, they didn't win a game in that shortened season.
Yeah, indeed. The rise under Dan Jordan in his second season has been exponential, really. And, of course, his win-loss record has just recently surpassed Aaron Timms of Melton during his 4 or 5 season stay, Pat. So onwards and upwards for Dan Jordan, but he does mean a very experienced coach at the highest level well, once at the highest level again today in Brendan McCartney.
Yeah, definitely. Brendan McCartney, a quality coach in his own right. We know what he did. I know the Western Bulldogs at that time gets lost a bit, but he made sure they were able to build up into 2016 from that space. The interesting thing was speaking to DJ on Thursday, and something you wrote in your article, Todd, as well, was about the fact he's so grounded, DJ, and that GWS mindset of just playing anywhere at any time has been quite spectacular. We know they had a lot of away games at the start due to the developments of the ground, so it's been a great season for them in terms of fighting through that adversity and now able to come here and play in a grand final. While the North Ballarat front, given the fact that they have, played some really good footy through the season, they were looking inconsistent. We saw them a couple of weeks ago against Darley, and they looked very patchy in spaces, but they're now able to play in a grand final. Some say they'll have the easier draw of the finals, but, it doesn't matter who you've got to play. You've got to play whoever you've got to do, and we'll see what happens today.
Yeah, it's an interesting point you made there, Pat, about the Darley away form per se. Haven't played in Ballarat since June 17. That was round 9 of season 2023. Question made for you, Todd. Is how much would that be on the mindset, do you reckon, of the Devils going this one? Because it has to be somewhat of a factor, just for purely the fact they just haven't been in the town of Ballarat, where the biggest game of the year is played, for such a long time, for close to 3 months.
Yeah, given the occasion, I think it's sort of a momentary realisation. Of course, in the first half of the year, given the rebuild of that new facility, they had to play their first 8 games, maybe 9 in the end, away from home. While 3 or 4 of those were in the East. Their record in Ballarat was formidable, of course. The only one they did lose was against North Ballarat, but in fairness, without Billy Myers, Luther Baker, and Bailey Young.
Yeah, and of course, forget the likes of Mace Cousins, Jacobs Stratton, and also Harley Inglis, who's been a revelation since coming into the side. 2 games in the final series, was arguably one of their best in the semi-final.
Indeed, just looking at a couple of the changes since that second semi-final win. Unfortunately for Lee Spiteri, he's been forced to withdraw due to a shoulder complaint that looked every bit nasty. Pat, right in front of our eyes, but I'm not giving too much away, given it's the final day of the season. Lee Spiteri did phone Coach Dan Jordan midweek on the Wednesday, and just made it clear that his shoulder wasn't right, as we welcome Sunbury coach of the last few seasons, Travis Hodgson, for the afternoon. And firstly, Trav, good afternoon, and secondly, that's just what a coach would want, a man putting his hand up and saying, I'm not right to go.
Thanks for having me. It's
Has
definitely
been
thanks.
a little bit of audio issues, but we got Trav on now.
Yeah, no, thanks for having me on. It's definitely a fairly selfless thing to do, isn't it? Particularly, I think Darley will be pretty hard to beat today, and when you're a chance to get yourself a medal, it is a selfless thing to do. So he'd certainly earn the respect of his teammates and his coach there.
So Will Johnson gets the nod. He comes back in on the back of that 1-week suspension suffered in that qualifying final against Melton. Of course, Johnson near 40 goals for the season. You'd hope for North Ballarat's sake they've done their homework on Johnson. A bit of an enigma forward and a versatile prospect, Sammy.
Yeah, you're right with the term enigma, a bit X-Factor, live wire. You can throw a million terms to describe Will Johnson. He's an absolute beauty and low possession player, but knows how to hit the score sheet, as you said, close to 40 goals in season 2023. And just such a hard matchup because we've seen him have spells in the ruck. He's got the aerial prowess there. So good at ground level, so mercurial. So one that North Ballarat definitely have to do the work on going this one. I reckon young Charlie Darwin will get first crack at him this afternoon. He's there, locked down defenders, playing in the Talent League for the majority of the season, came into the side last week, and I reckon you'll get first crack next to Will to start things this afternoon.
Yeah, really looking forward to your insight too for the afternoon, Trav. Perfect conditions for football. I know you'll give us some excellent coaching insight of the modern day around stoppage and match-up. So it's great to have you on board, and congratulations on the reserves effort. Again, a convincing win in the reserves grand final.
Yeah, they've done well now. That's 3 on the trot. So, and Sebastian certainly challenged them a little bit throughout the year, but Sunbury probably had a fair few guys that missed throughout the year, only play half a dozen games because of work and other commitments. They all seem to be available at the pointy end, so they've always put a strong side out in the last day.
Well, let's address the elephant in the room. Travis, it's broadly known across the competition now that you won't be going on with Sunbury. How's your future looking in country footy for 2024?
Yeah, I'll definitely be coaching again, and I'm looking forward to a new challenge. 5 years at Sunbury, and through that COVID period as well, only 3 completed seasons. It was a pretty tough sort of era to coach through, but looking forward to a new job and a new challenge, and I'll probably make that decision in about a week's time from today. I'm pretty keen to let our presentation night go around and things like that. I've done it before when I left the Marsh and went to Sunbury. I went to the Marsh presentation night as a Sunbury coach. It's just a pretty awkward thing to do, so I'm not in any rush, but yeah, I'll have a job in a week or so, mate.
And there's been a bit of speculation about some to and froing with Melton South, so you're still in the mix there?
Yeah, that's definitely a possibility, absolutely, yeah. Without going into too much detail, I actually pulled out of that position, the opportunity to coach there probably about 7 weeks ago, but the way things have gone, yeah, it's still a possibility. So, either way, part of it, I'd love to stay in the Ballarat League. That's one of the things that would be, I really love the competition, been here 8 years now, 3 with the Marsh and 5 with Sunbury, but it is tough coaching against players you coach for a long period of time as well. So they're all things that I've got to factor into the decision.
Trav, going to this one here, obviously coached against both sides a number of times. Highlight, I guess, for our viewers at home, some of the strengths of the Darley Football Club we'll start with, then we might move on to, I guess, how you can combat the, I guess, A-grade talent that North Ballarat have in their side.
Yeah, well, I think with Darley, there's a few areas that they're really strong in. So one of them's stoppage, and a lot of that's obviously on the back of Bewley and Baker, but Denham's very good in that area as well. Interestingly, when you compare them at stoppages, they're both sort of top 3 in the comp for clearances, but when you put the two head to head, there's a significant advantage Darley's way. So Darley have won clearance 2 out of 3 this year. The only time they didn't win it was when I think Impey missed and McCallum had about 78, 80 hit-outs. And centre bounce is 3-zip Darley's way. So, they're significant numbers in final. It could be a territory game sometimes. So, 3-zip their way of centre bounces with a plus 14 over those 3. It's pretty comprehensive.
When you're doing homework on opposition, the likes of Darley and North Ballarat, how far deep do you go with your opposition? To Bewley and Myers speak for themselves and gives you more time to invest in other avenues to goal or the defensive strengths. How deep do you go with your oppo?
You put a fair bit into it, because I think unless you've got the best side, I think if you're confident that, and I've had that a couple of times over the journey, most of your focus goes into your side and just making sure that you're at your very best on the day. But for most sides, you have to take some things away from the opposition and be at your best to be able to get the job done. So you're always trying to find chinks in the armour or strengths that you can nullify.
Trav, in terms of the semi-final that North Ballarat played against Darley, what we saw was North Ballarat got forced out and kicking the long footy down the line, and it was a real nothing kick in the end, and it didn't work out for their forwards, especially for Jamie Quick, who's a medium-sized forward. They couldn't get it out the back to him. How do you tell a playing group to try and play a different style of footy today in the grand final? They played a much more open game of football against East Point in the prelim. How do you try and tell them, guys, we're going to continue that style?
Yeah, it's simply a work rate thing, really. You've got to make the ground as big as you can, so to speak, and find those 1v nones. And look, there's no doubt it's a huge blow for North Ballarat having to come here and play today, because their ground, not only because it's their home ground, but the size and shape of their ground would suit the ability to find those 1v nones. And when you talk about Darley forcing them to kick down the line, that's probably their other really big strength. Like they're plus 90 on anyone else in the competition in contested marks.
Yeah, okay.
And when you break it down, they've got 4 of the top 10 players in the comp in contested marks. So in the top 3 behind Jake Owen, they've got Myers and they've got Brett, and they're the bookends. If you want to take contested marks anywhere, they're in the goal squares at either end. You add to that Leonard and Joel Cadman are in the top 10, and they've got young Will Johnson at 11th. So it's like they're getting the game on their terms, and that's where you win games. North on the flip, McCallum's 28th is their highest rank, so there's 8 Darley players ahead of McCallum in the contested marks.
Yeah, great insight, Trav. Looking forward to that right throughout the afternoon. Before we go to a break ahead of the national anthem, we'll get a tip from the crew.
I'm Darley, and without being disrespectful, by a probably significant margin, I think.
Yeah, 20 points for me, the Devils.
Yeah, I've got Darley by 24 today. I just think they're far too good on the inside and they'll get the job done early.
Yeah, Devils by 10 points.
So one way affair, of course, here in the commentary box this afternoon. Players are moving into position for the national anthem. We're anticipating, though, a cracking contest this afternoon, though. It is Darley and North Ballarat live from the City Oval as we'll go down to the ground with Wes Cuthbert doing all the emceeing live at City Oval.
Oval for today's 2023 McDonald's Ballarat Senior Football Grand Final between Darley and North Ballarat. Thank you goes to our major sponsors, Carlton Draft, Buxton Ballarat, and of course McDonald's Ballarat. Red Onion Creative are bringing all the action to the viewers online and will provide many replays in years to come. I begin today by acknowledging the traditional custodians of the land on which we meet and pay my respects to their elders past and present. I extend that respect to all Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander peoples. I'm pleased to announce the umpires for today's McDonald's Ballarat Senior Grand Final. In the field we have Adrian Chinetti, Brendan Brasser and Brent Urban. Boundary umpires Josh Roth, Sean Mason, Angus Murphy and Brendan Swarbrick. And the goal umpires Alan Lapere and Reece Brio. I'd like to invite the captains to move forward for the toss of the coin. Simon McCartan for North Ballarat and Brett Bewley for Darley. And Adrian has the coin in hand. Simon McCartan has the call. And it is Brett Bewley and Darley winning the toss and kicking to the eastern end of City Oval. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're able, please be upstanding for the playing of the Australian National Anthem. To both sides participating in today's grand final.
Welcome back to the City Oval here for the grand final in the Carlton Draft McDonald's Ballarat Football Netball League live this afternoon between the Darley Devils and North Ballarat. Cracking afternoon here in this Ballarat. Barely a breath of breeze. Brett Bewley won the toss. They're going to kick to the left of the screen to start proceedings this afternoon for Darley. And maybe a question, Trav, at the top to you, Trav. Brett Bewley's influence, 37.5 disposals of the game thus far in season 2023. Is the tag dead? I mean, because no one seems to get near him. And I want shares in the Brett Bewley aftershave, because, or is he just that good?
I think he's just that good, but it's a fair point to tag or not to tag, and I've tried both ways on him. And there's an argument to say that, you know, if you could nullify him and keep him to 15 or 18 and limit his influence, you would. But if he's going to get 35, 40 anyway, there's an argument instead of playing, you know, someone dead on him, because then he doesn't have to defend either. His opponent's always by his side, that you play your best player on him head-to-head and you try and get some damage the other way. You know, it's the trouble is having someone talented enough to hurt him the other way.
We saw in the semi-final between these two sides, Tom Bromley Lynch played some pretty close attention to the man who came runners-up in the Henderson medal in Luther Baker, so just shows that Darley aren't just a one-trick pony per se. They've got some quality mids, and between, of course, Brett Bewley and Luther Baker. Is there any other lesser likes that maybe in the coach box you'd be keeping an eye on if you had a chance, Trav?
From Darley?
From Darley, sorry, Mo.
Yeah, I think that's probably what makes them so strong. Those two absorb you a fair bit. Myers, in particular, forward, and Bewley on the ball. But they've got so many, like Denham and Baker around clearance, Bailey Young, old hats like Leonard and Page that just do what they do. That's why I think I find it hard I try to find a case for North, to tip them to win, because they've got some talented players. Look, their front half alone with, Quick, Riding, Glover, Cramery, McCallum jamming it down Polkinghorn's throat, but it's just, I think they're actually pretty even on talent, these two sides, if you take Bewley and Myers out. I think you've got a pretty good 6 or 7 from each side, but you put them in, and it's probably the difference.
No, like you called, Trav, and one man you mentioned there who's into the lineup this week is Stu Cramery, returning from injury. He's going to be really important this afternoon for North Ballarat. He's been the real connector across half forward this year. Gives him a lot of drive inside forward 50, and spent some important minutes inside, hasn't he, Pat?
Yeah, definitely has. I think I was calling for him to go through the middle of the ground when they were playing at Darley in that semi-final. I think they've got to do that today. He just gives that presence. He's got that bigger body player, as I'm trying to get it out of my mouth, Trav, and it's something that you see as him. He can really change the game in terms of his ruck contest, but also just that ground ball effort.
Yeah, 100% agree. And the thing I've noticed with him this year is he seems to be really unselfish. Like his focus is to bring others into the game, which is admirable. I'd love to see him today really try and stamp the game and kick 4 or 5 goals, whether it be from playing midfield or deep forward. He gives the ball off a lot, which I think is great for building a team environment throughout the year. But I'd love to see Cramery today just grab the game by the throat, and that's probably their best chance of winning.
The mid's been good for North Ballarat, especially last week. Polkinghorn and Riding led the way for the Roosters, didn't they, Todd?
Yeah, indeed, Riley. Polkinghorn, 30 possessions, average per game, 15 contested. Hey, what I'm really looking forward to, Trav, is the battle on the wing. One of your favourites, Shane Page, and the youngster Nelson Troon, with the average of 22 disposals a week. So it's the young v the old. So there'll be a lesson learned somewhere there, Trav.
Yeah, we'll get a good look at that. And the kid will learn a lot off Page. He's a star.
We're ready to go here this afternoon for the Carlton Draft McDonald's Ballarat Football Netball League Grand Final live at the Picture Perfect City Oval this afternoon. It is the Darley Devils taking on North Ballarat. Sam Young, Todd Whelan, Patrick Morrow, Travis Hodge bring on the action live, and to kick us underway here, we our man Todd Whelan.
It's the Devils' biggest day in 6 years. Let's see how they go under Jordan. There's the fly. No ruckman could have an influence on that opening tap. Riley Polkinghorn with the first touch, got it towards half forward. Loose ball get. Bewley couldn't gather. Polkinghorn could. 2 kicks in 10 seconds, and Glover's on the end of it. And he'll go back and have a shot on goal in the opening minute here of the 2023 McDonald's Carlton Draft BFNL Grand Final.
Perfect start there for the Roosters. That's great play, and Sam Glover, he's got to kick this one here, Trav, doesn't he?
Very important, yeah, for the mindset. The underdog, I think, and he gets his chance to get him off to a flyer.
So the superstar VFL listed Collingwood player Sam Glover, from pretty much directly in front, 40 metres out, gets his kick on the way for the perfect start. It slams into the woodwork, and it's a minor score. North Ballarat lead by that blemish, 1 behind to Darley, yet to touch the footy and to score.
So it'll be Bewley, a noted kick-in for the Devils for the most part of these 2 seasons at the club. He plays on and went short of the kick, was being cut off by Riley Polkinghorn, the man of the moment on the attacking 50 for the Roosters.
So Polkinghorn with it right on 50. Doesn't think he has the distance. Wants to go quickly towards the hot spot. Off hands ball. Grand Lever was quick trying to react. Handball was in the Brett direction now. Gives it off to Bewley as they try to exit on the left foot kick. But Sparkman in front should mark. 55 from goal. Josh Sparkman been very good for North Ballarat in season 2023. Has it and can set up the Roosters once again into attack.
Sparkman with ball in hand, averages 25 disposals a game off half-back, goes to the hot spot over the head of Riding. Loose ball opportunity here for Loader, who went by hand to Carey. Kick across the body. Has he got the accuracy? Off to the left through for a minor score. So the Roosters up and about early, Trap.
Yeah, you can see they've set up after that first behind. They've set up a really heavy zone. Everyone forward to centre, except for the anchor out the back, the big fella.
So Bewley again to the kicking duties. Comes broadcast side, high ball. Johnson, even to pack of 3, couldn't hold on to the mark. Immediately the ball will be wrapped up just on the defensive side of centre wing here. On the broadcast side, 2 behinds, North Ballarat lead, Darley yet to score.
So the restart on the Carlton Draft imprint on the ground today. Perfect conditions for football at the restart. McCullum grabbed it out of the ruck, threw the left boot on it. Didn't go. The umpire said it did. Thought it didn't go the required distance. Crabtree with the 1-2. Back off Polkinghorne. High up and under kick back into attack. Players set themselves. Nearly a mark hand or free kick. The umpire's going to pay it. It's going to go the Roosters' way. They'll go back and have a shot on goal directly in front. And near make a certainty of the opener of the afternoon through Jamie Quick.
Yeah, really clear here that North have gone with Hobbs as an anchor. So not that Darley have gone forward yet, but when they do, they're going to run into Hobbs as a +1. Happy to give the extra number up at the stoppage for Darley, and Hobbs will sit back and help out with Myers.
So maybe third time is the charm here for North Ballarat to get the first goal in the 2023 Grand Final. Quick comes in from 20 metres out, and the superstar doesn't make a mistake. The Roosters on the board, 1-2-8. They lead Darley, who are still really get the footy in their attacking half whatsoever in the opening 3 minutes here of the 2023 Grand Final, Pat.
Yeah, this is a perfect start for the Roosters. They've had about 5 inside 50s in a row to Darley none, and it's been domination early. So this is a good sign if you're a Roosters fan. Jamie Quick gets on the scoreboard. That's a good thing. And we're seeing the ruck battle already. McCullum already being dominant and using the footy efficiently.
Averages 59 hit-outs a game throughout the 2023 season. He always gives his midfielders first access. There's a big fella, Cam McCullum, and leading them from the forefront once again. As we'll get off and running with Impey going early, McCullum reaches over top and just fisted forward. Ricochets between a few players. Clever knockout will favour Bewley with the underground hand pass towards Page. Gives it out the front. Opportunity for the Devils to go inside 50 for the first time today. Getting in front, Ryan Polkinghorne had 3 bites of the cherry, couldn't complete the mark in front of Leonard. And in the end, a bit of territory for Darley, is able to luckily probably hold this one up on 50.
Broadcast side, half forward attacking 50 for the Devils. Ryan Polkinghorne had a bit of it. The pressure from Leonard and some perceived pressure of a grand final, eventuating at a stoppage. We'll give that tap to Impey. Bewley through traffic, couldn't negotiate. Lamb could find the hand pass out to Nash. He's kicked to broadcast centre wing, copping one high. There was Cousins, and he'll take the resultant free kick. On true broadcast centre wing, North Ballarat lead by 8 points. 4.5 minutes gone opening term.
So maybe some cleaner transition here from the Devils. This is Cousins, thumps it inside, forward 50. Arriving late was Myers, couldn't quite hang on to it. Hobbs, quick handballs off to Nash. Dumping kick will clear D50. Brett stood up well, tried to break his way through, tackle off to Denham, who's run down from behind. And Jack Riding got him holding the ball. Free kick in between halfback and centre wing on the broadcast side, the way of North Ballarat.
Yeah, the lefty had Page on the outside there, Trav.
Yeah, could have fed the hands.
So Riding switches play on a rare occasion in the early moments of this grand final to Nash, who started well. His short kick was okay. Found Ryan Polkinghorne, who made no mistake with that one. He went short to Sparkman. Been an integral part of the strong defence at North Ballarat, who've just averaged 61 points against for their last 9 games. He goes to half forward, low to the target, took a strong mark in front of Zane Lahoure. And he'll swing it on the right boot and send North Ballarat into attack.
High ball inside 50. Glover from the side couldn't quite take the mark. At ground level, Darley desperate just to hold things up inside D50 and try to absorb a bit of pressure inside the defence. We played almost 6 minutes into the opening term. North Ballarat doing all the attacking, 1-2-8. Lead the Devils yet to score. We'll get back on the move. About 30 metres out from goal. Watch for the likes of Quick get on the fly here at stoppage. Opportunity with by hand here for Lamb. Brought to the turf. Impey tried to shovel it towards the boundary line. Baker kept it in front of himself. Hand pass was good. And by a chain of handballs, well, Darley tried to exit. Diving there was Bewley to get wrapped up there by Lamb, who went a second time in front of the electronic scoreboard. About 50 from goal. We'll get a ball up inside 50.
Yeah, the North Ballarat forwards are doing a really good job of bringing the ball around inside forward 50 at the moment, and that's bringing Quick and Riding those types into the game.
The Roosters the first to settle in the opening 6.5 minutes. Tap one by Impey. Ground ball. Polkinghorne couldn't gather. Spills out towards Arts with a long right foot kick. Shot on goal. Goes across the face. Cousins sets himself and takes a terrific mark on the last line of defence. And we'll get the Devils out of trouble.
He's an important player, Mace Cousins, either in defence or as a bit of a swingman at times up forward. Because kicked 3 goals in the semi-final. Comes out towards the broadcast side with this pass. Nash, the quarterback, if you will, takes a lovely mark there and intercepts for North Ballarat. 65 from goal. Can set up for the Roosters inside 50 with the kick. tough to lead it. Was trying to make the mark there was Loader. Bounced off his chest as it trickles into the right forward pocket. And we'll get a ball up 30 out from goal.
This is a totally different start to what we see in that semi-final, guys. North Ballarat playing a bit more methodical with it, not barreling the ball in, looking for the short pass.
Well, they're in attack for another inside 50. Landslide advantage in the opening half of this first term. Impey with the tap, ground level ball. Riding, bailed up by Lahure. There'll be a stoppage. A ball up 20 metres away from the North Ballarat goal, who lead 8-0. Jamie Quick, the only goal scorer of the game.
Off and running again. One down by Glover. Knocks it towards the hot spot. Trying to clear the kick with a high ball. Umpire will pay the mark. Bronwyn Lynch reaching over the top. Couldn't quite take it. Umpire's picked out a free kick though for a hold. It's going to come back for another shot on goal. The way of North Ballarat. This time about 35 metres out. It was Polkinghorn, the man coming in from the side. And Todd, you had a good view of the one. Just had arms wrapped around him.
Yeah, free kick there every day of the week. Polkinghorn, the leading possession winner on the ground. And all momentum with North Ballarat in the opening 8 minutes of this first term.
So Polkinghorn starts his approach. Kick is on its way. And the goal umpire does not have to move. It's the perfect start. Dreamland for North Ballarat. 2-2-14. Lead Darley yet to score.
As we saw there, Travis, that chaos kick inboard, a bit of apprehension by the defenders of Darley, and then they get the free kick. It's a good play in the end.
Yeah, it is. And as you said, they're trying to avoid that kick to a contest. They're trying to transition with 1v-nuns. And when they have kicked the ball into a contested situation, the North forwards have stopped the Darley backs from marking the footy, which is where they usually start their forward thrust.
At the restart, 14-point lead to North Ballarat in Ballarat. Tap one by McCallum, just went to his feet. Dusty middle of the ground will result in another stoppage. So a few of the big guns for North Ballarat hitting the scoreboard, both of whom did last week in their big win over East Point. Speaking of Riley Polkinghorn and Jamie Quick. Tap one by McCallum. Hot ground ball. Umpire's picked out a free kick. It's going to go North Ballarat's way. And the man of the moment, Riley Polkinghorn, will send North Ballarat into attack.
High ball inside 50. Glover arrived late. Couldn't take the mark. Reaching over the top. The clearings ball was a good one as they fisted inboard towards Impey. Hot hands was too sharp for Bewley. Cramry, stiff arm, got away from one whoopie tackle. Couldn't break the second. And the umpire says he's gone. Hold the ball.
Not sure he dropped that, Trav. He still had possession.
I reckon he was stiff, and he started the way we wanted him to start. He's having a real physical presence early, Cramry.
Imposing himself on the contest as Bewley's lateral ball will find Brett, a true centre back. For a moment was going to give it back to Bewley, but it's called to go. Has the outlet kick here in Young, and he uses it on the broadcast side. Mark taken by Bailey Young. Off to Page, the ever-reliable Page. Will go towards half-forward with a kick. Too tall for Match Riccardi. Got a kind bounce, but then let it go at the last moment. Hobbs with the clearing hand pass should find Troon. Frontlining the football there was Darcy Matricardi, and in the end we'll get a ball in on the half-forward line, 55 from goal.
Just the smarts of Page to create that lateral exit for Darley. He was in a great spot. North Ballarat defender comes over. He drags him away to let Young get the footy. You know, you can't buy that sort of stuff.
10.5 minutes gone opening term. Ball in Darley's forward half, albeit 55 out from their goal. Follow-up work from Impey, only went as far as Darcy Matricardi. Ground ball. It's going to result in a ball up here any moment. Whistle a minute, there it is. Near 11 minutes gone opening term. All the play with North Ballarat. Darley aiming to respond, aiming to settle at least. They trail by 14 points.
So once again, McCallum and Impey. McCallum decisively wins it down towards his captain, McCartan. Handball over top, finds the hot hands of Polkinghorn. Sharp ball was trying to find Leonard running past. He got in and under and handballed it back to Polkinghorn. He's gang tackled by a couple of Devils midfielders in Denham and Bewley. So ball go just sort of arm wrestling and jostling between the half forwards here as one down there by McCallum. Bewley first to react, tried to get to his great mate in Page, who ran out of real estate, and now we'll get a ball in more towards the true centre wing position here on the broadcast side.
Yeah, Baker yet to touch it, been playing 11.5 minutes. Just taking some time to warm into the game. He, Bewley and Denham, the starting mids. Of course, Leonard, Polkinghorn, and McCartan for North Ballarat. McCallum tried to grab it out of the ruck, dropped it, then it fell back into his bread basket. Quick hands to Fletcher Loader, kick to half forward, juggling attempted mark being taken there by Glover. And another chance for North Ballarat to go forward. He went by hand to Troon, who lowered the eyes with a right foot kick. The vision was poor and was cut off by one of those intercept defenders you spoke of at the head of the game in Matthew Brett Trav, who went lateral to Andy Azzopardi.
So Azzopardi deep in his defence here, just happy to take some time and load this one up long down the line towards true centre wing on the outside. Big fist over the top there. Arriving late was Sparkman. Got it out of play and we'll get a ball in. Pretty much virtually opposite of our broadcast position on the far side of the ground, about 150 metres away from us. We've played 12 and a half minutes in the 2023 grand final here at the City Oval. It's North Ballarat 2-2-14 leading Darley. Still yet to score.
Boundary throw in, Impey and McCullum. Give that tap to Impey, went only as far as Carey, who went by hand of riding. Found himself on the preferred left, territory kick in the quick direction. Went through the hands of two Darley defenders. Quick went with the dribbling ball. And off to the left and through for a minor score.
The moment you give someone like Jamie Quick a bit of space, boys, as we saw, he could have easily slotted that one through.
He just loves to get at the back, does Jamie Quick. He's just the ultimate half forward, works high up the ground, gets out the back with good work rate as Young has the footy inside defensive 50. As he look to come broadcast side. Long high kick, Hobbs will attack this one from the front. Couldn't take the mark for North Ballarat. Scally off to Darwin. Brought the ground in the tackle. A nice tackle there by the Devils to hold things up. 15-point margin here. And umpire Adrian Newley gets back underway midway through the opening turn.
Yeah, in the absence of Spiteri, big asks of Inglis and Bishop for that forward pressure.
Quick kick there by Baker. Into a dangerous spot in the middle of the ground. Carey's first to react and didn't complete the mark, but has time to go with the right foot kick inside 50. Nobody home though. Brett will get across. Should be able to mop things up here for the Devils in defence. Sweeps the hand pass over the top. Tough one to deal with on the bounce for Young, and in the end, despite having the outnumber inside the defence, Devils' costly mistake will result in a ball in just on 50.
I feel the momentum's sort of evened out a bit now. Darley's got the arm wrestle back to pretty even.
Yeah, they got over their snooze of the week off, but yet to hit the scoreboard. North Ballarat with the upper hand. They lead by 15 points. 14 minutes gone opening term. Throw in. Well, Loverson just threw his opponent out of the way. Second up, his follow-up work. Spilled from his hands into the hands of Loader, and the pressure from Leonard was good. And the veteran will take the free kick, and he'll get the Devils out of trouble, not for the first time over his 15-year career, Sammy.
Yeah, he's been a superstar for such a long time. Two-time premiership player, trying to make it a third at the Devils with a short pass, maybe just slightly too tall for Luther Baker, and just some little coach killers, if you will, Trav, at the moment with the Devils from a couple of experienced players.
Yeah, North's pressure's been really good, and they've covered off Darley's exits pretty well also to have a bit of heat on the kicker.
55 metres out from the North Ballarat goal. Loverson to do the forward ruck work against Leonard. McCullum and Impey having a spell, might be behind the ball. Tap one by Loverson. Gramble opportunity, hot one at that. Chance for Fletcher to kick off the outside of the right boot. Didn't go the required distance. Carey forced to go by hand to Arts, who's been powered up and dropped it like a hot spud. And the Devils are away.
Inglis will go inboard with the kick. Cadman should mark and does. Has the outside runner in Matricard if he wants to use him. Wants to go more inboard, and in the end, Bewley's at the end of the chain. Left foot kick will go towards half forward. It's an absolute beauty. We didn't expect anything else. Mark taken by Johnson. 55 from goal. Won't have the distance. Now called the play on and lowers the eyes towards full foot. Look for Myers. Got him. Lovely kick, lovely lead, and he'll have opportunity directly in front.
Great play in the end there, Trav. They really just made North Ballarat really spread their defence, and Myers was able to get the free jump and run at it.
Yeah, and it's good they used Johnson because he's the last couple of centre bounces. Hobbs has started on Johnson, and Johnson goes up the ground, and Hobbs just sags off. So they're going to have to play through that high forward rather than bomb the ball into Hobbs.
So Billy Myers, to get the Devils on the score sheet for the first time today, comes in with the right foot kick and squeezes it home. And Darley hit the score sheet. 1 goal straight, 6. Lead North Ballarat 2-3-15.
And that's probably Darley there. You've got a chain of 3 possessions with Bewley and Myers on the end of it. Young Johnson in between. But when those sort of players get the ball in their hands, Darley score.
Yeah, it was an important finish from Myers in the context of the game. Pat, taken them the best part of 16 minutes to kick their first of the afternoon. So some settling issues after the week off.
Yeah, definitely. As you can be a bit slow. We saw this in the AFL. Teams start slow in a first bit of a game and after a week off. So they got the goal now so they can calm the nerves a bit.
So nerves are settled. Darley on the score sheet. And we'll get a second ball up here to restart at the City Oval, despite appeals for a free kick to Bewley not going the way of the lots of Devils fans that made the travel down this afternoon. Bumper crowd here for the grand final. Big fist there by Loverson for, but Young waiting for it as the gatekeeper. Right foot kick will go towards the outer side. Page the intent that targets. Well corralled by Arts, who pinned the arm in the tackle. Ball spills out in the tackle. Although the umpires picked out a free kick. And it is going to go the way of the Devils, to the displeasure of the North Ballarat fans who have come in numbers this afternoon.
Yeah, he was at the best double figures occasions this year in his 18-odd games as he goes by the right boot and found Inglis, a premiership player with the Devils. Late inclusion in the back half. We'll go with the right boot and send the Devils into attack. Back-to-back entries inside 50. North Ballarat with a weight of numbers behind the ball. McCullum, one of those. And he gets the fist on the footy and sees the ball over the line for a boundary throw in. Devils, albeit shallow entry inside 50. Near 18 minutes gone opening term. They're trailed by 9 points.
Forward stoppage here with Impey and McCallum to continue their battle. Darley kicking to the left of screen to start things here. McCallum just takes it out of the ruck and dumps it out D50. Glover elected to go off the ground as the kick didn't favour him. Running through nicely there was Loader with the right foot kick towards half forward. Have they slipped at the back? Bouncing ball was set for quick. Dribbling kick on goal as they go end to end. Great play by North Ballarat. That's the blueprint and that's the goal. Jamie Quick, second of the afternoon.
Probably lucky he kicked that with the big fella Cramery just a metre in front of him for the hands. But look, Quick plays that way, and when it comes off, he's obviously a very dangerous player. I think the thing to note there, it's been interesting. I've just been off the footy having a look at the way sides are set up behind the ball, and Darley's gone with Young behind the ball, and he's a fairly offensive type, and he's had some good touches in the last 5 or 10 minutes, but he got drawn too far ahead of the play there, and when the ball went back, he wasn't there to defend it. So he's played as a loose for most of the quarter.
So North Ballarat with the response. They're back to a 15-point advantage here. Back at the restart. The fly Impey through traffic went Bewley. Umpire called play on. Landed the Sharky. He's bailed up and there'll be a restart in the middle of the ground.
So we get our ball to restart here. The perfect start as we approach time on here for North Ballarat as McCallum wins down. Bewley first to react as always, riding, wearing him like a glove with that stoppage and wraps him up in the tackle as a bit of an arm wrestle has ensued for the last 10 minutes or so. Goals to both sides since the 10-minute mark, but North Ballarat got the jump early. They lead 3-3-21 to the Devils, 1 goal straight 6 as we're back underway with McCallum decisively again winning it down. Big tackle applied once again by the Devils. Coming off there was Matt Cardy. As a bit of feeling comes into it, yeah, has to be expected, of course, in the grand final. No malice really in the contest as the push and shove continues. The umpire will quickly try to get the restart underway, so it stops.
Yeah, it makes the quandary of people. The umpire's picked out a free kick here. It's going to go Darley's way. And no Darley player knows who's free. It is. Mitch Ward says, I'll have it. And he gets it from his lookalike Nelson Troon. And he came broadcast side. Found Darcy Matricati with ball in hand. He can go short inboard to Adam Azapati. Zach Butters, of course, we spoke to him at the top. He's smoking for the medal today. Squaring kick into the middle of the ground and found Mitch Ward. So they've slowed it down a bit, the Devils. Ward dumped as he kicked. Umpire let him get away with it. Loose ball get. Page read it beautifully. The kick was smothered. Telegraphed the kick. Opened the door for North Ballarat, but Denham gathered the loose ball. Taken to the ground there by Scally. And the umpire said, I'll have it. There'll be a ball up 51 metres away from the Darley goal.
Gee, she's hot at the minute, and the pressure by North Ballarat is right up to it. Great tackle there by Scally to lock things up, 55 from goal. As we get back underway, McCallum again using his size advantage to win the ruck duel. This time Darley with the numbers. Handball off to Cousins. We'll go inside 50 with the kick. Leonard at the front couldn't mark. Weighing down was Inglis at ground level. Couldn't quite gather. North Ballarat desperate to lock things up, and they are able to do so 30 out from their defensive goal.
Yeah, North Ballarat's pressure's been terrific. Of course, they've just won the tackle count this year, 4 of their 19 games. Darley have won at 10 of their last 13, including winning 9 of those games in a row heading in. Ball out of the stoppage, falls into the hands of Denham. A quick across the body. It's missed off to the right through for a minor score.
Got out of jail there, the Roosters. They didn't have the manning up right there at that stoppage, and Devils could have made them pay.
So Nash will do the kicking in duties. Normally methodical by foot and does bring this one nicely inside the fence. Opportunity for Loader to come out of the back line. He'll go with a high ball towards the half forward line or half back line there. Quick try and take the mark. Couldn't quite gather. Bounce between a few players. Good tackle applied there by Riding. And in the end, in front of the North Ballarat coaches box, we'll get a ball up 117 to 3-3-21. We played 22 minutes into the opening term.
Yeah, just off screen, Jamie Quick a bit hurt, just sort of limping off, holding his chest. Might have been winded momentarily, but he'll go off for a mini break in time on opening term.
So McCallum again in the ruck, but Impey this time reaches over the top, but in doing so, that left arm coming through got McCallum over the shoulder, and the big fella continues his dominance in the ruck in season 2023. McCallum high footy towards half forward as umpires picked out a hold in the marking contest. It's going to go the way of Glover, and he'll have an opportunity to load things up inside 50 with a piercing ball towards the lead in the pocket there of Lamb. Got their hands free with the hand pass, couldn't quite find the target. Darley with the numbers there in Ward. McCartan from the side got a hand involved as North Ballarat repel back inside forward 50. Cramry does the defensive thing and spoils this time and brought the ball to ground, which is a win inside forward 50, an opportunity for Darley to continue their North Ballarat continue their territorial dominance inside forward 50.
So important there, Cramry again, to bring the ball to ground. Darley catch that there away.
Impey grabbed the restart out of the air, found Baker, who ran out of space over the line, boundary throw in, just outside the attacking 50 for North Ballarat. They've had the weight of possession, and inside 50s in this opening turn, they lead by 14 points. Just 14 points separate the two sides. Boundary throw in. It'll be Impey and McCallum. Impey with the tap. Loose ball opportunity here for Polkinghorn, who started so well. Ground ball. Umpires picked out a free kick here. It's going to go the way of Darley. And it's going to go to Matt Denham, who's never far away from the bottom of the pack.
So Denham, who had 23 disposals in the semi-final win, was amongst the Devils' best that afternoon from half-back. Will go high with the kick down the line. Big fly at the top, almost a mark there to Hobbs from the side. Umpire lets it go. Rush forward, and umpire's going to pay the mark just with the required 15 metres. As high as long in distance. Opportunity here for Matt Riccardi from the defensive side centre wing to load up for Darley. High kick for Cabin to run and jump at it, but couldn't get access to it. Nash stole it. Right foot kick will go high towards centre wing once again. As it bounces between those half forward regions. Off hands, Bewley. Inside 50, nobody home though. North Ballarat numbers in defence. Hobbs has it as he looks to come broadcast side, runs his full measure, lowers the eyes. Overcooked it towards Darwin. Might open the door here for Azapati inside forward 50. Hand pass off to Johnston. Right foot kick towards Bewley, who's got it. 50 out from goal and within range, boys, if he wants to back himself.
Can't underestimate the gather at the shoelaces there from Bewley while the kick let him down to a pretty much dominant North Ballarat defence. The gather was terrific.
Yeah, it was. A-grade. But they've been really disappointed with Hobbs' execution there. Hobbs has played that loose role for 25 minutes, and it's taken that long to actually get the footy free, and he's turned it over, unfortunately.
So for 55, Brett Bewley has the distance in him. Does he have the accuracy? Looks like he's got neither. This one falls into the goal square. Off hands, quick hand pass, might favour a quick snap from Cadman, bending back. Just near side, says the goal umpire on the spot. And a minor score. Darley's second blemish of the afternoon, 1-2-8. Trails 3-3-21, North Ballarat.
Looks like goals will come at a premium this afternoon, Pat.
Yeah, definitely will be. Bewley with the shot on goal. It's almost chaotic footy. Is going to work out for both sides today, I think.
Sure.
So Nash brings the ball back into play. Kick short and safe. So Hobbs, the veteran, with ball in hand, goes with the right foot kick towards half-back. Players set themselves. Young had a piece of it, couldn't hang on to it. Fell back into his hands. Awkward-looking hand pass to Bewley, who lowered the eyes and found Joel Cadman, who took an ice mark through traffic and will go back and have a shot on goal and a chance to narrow the margin back to 14 points ahead of the opening quarter siren.
That worked out beautifully there for the Devils. They were able to get the turnover off that half-forward line, and North Ballarat caught in defence, and it's worked out well here for the Devils.
Once again, Brett Bewley involved in the chain as Cadman starts his approach on the goal face. Right foot kick coming from 48, and the goal umpire does not move. He loved it off the boot, and Cadman gets one back here for the Devils. 2-2-14, trails 3-3-21 as we approach quarter time here in the 2023 Grand Final in the McDonald's Ballarat Football Netball League.
He's an interesting player, Joel Cadman. You've obviously had a bit to do with him coaching against. Whilst they've got their defined top end, Darley, he's always another worry given his versatility.
Yeah, and he's one of those guys we mentioned pre-game that's in the top 10 in the comp for contested marks. Like, it's, you know, it makes it hard when you've got Myers or Leonard's spent a fair bit of time down there this quarter. You know, you can't cover them all when they're that good catching the footy.
So we get back underway at the restart with Impey winning this one down. Bewley with the hand pass found as a party. Right foot kick will dribble towards half forward. The kind bounce might fall inside 50 as Polkinghorne had to attack it at full veracity, and Matt Riccardi wraps him up as that spice in this grand final continues. Quick restart will get us back underway with McCallum winning it down. Polkinghorne shoveled it out somehow. Kick there from Loader towards half forward. Quick. Couldn't quite get there. Riding at ground level, trying to spin out the tackle. Opportunity for Arts. Tried to get his way through. Was caught. Holding the ball. Darley with it. A true centre-half back through Cadman.
Yeah, terrific play there by Duncan Cadman. Sold the candy and went by hand to Denham, who went to half forward direct. Couldn't find the Darley lead-up. Umpire let the play go. Chance here for Johnson. Ferocious football here at the moment. Grand ball opportunity. Beach to a honeypot. Whistle him in it. There'll be a ball up. 40 metres out from the Darley goal. Gee, the ball movement was quick there, Trav.
Yeah, a big few minutes with their intensity around the contest too from Darley.
You feel like it's a big moment here if the Devils can get one late and really square things up to close the opening term. Bishop by hand. Opportunity here for Azapard. Tried to get it back around to his right side, but the stray left arm copped him high, and will result in a shot on goal for the Devils. And maybe slightly lucky there, Pat, that Azapar slipped and the stray arm copped him over the shoulder.
Yeah, very unlucky there, I think, from North Ballarat's point of view. Very, very stiff there, but that's the way it goes. So Azapar has this shot on goal. We talk about moments. These moments are key here. Darley have had a lot of the momentum here in this back end of the first term, and this is another crucial moment in the context of the game.
And he has a party with ball in hand. Kicked 17 goals in season 2023. None more important than this shot on goal. Dying moments opening term. Gets plenty on the ball. How's the accuracy? He likes it off the boot. He loves the goal. And the Devils are back in it here at City Oval.
It's not in the goal square.
Yeah.
And how important there, I'll go to you this one, Trav, as well, because, you know, North Ballarat obviously jumped them a little bit here, and the Devils just sort of worked their way back in contest. How demoralising would Brendan McCartney start to feel in the coach's box if he, gee, we've done so much good work, but now on the score sheet, we're only lead by a point, probably approaching quarter time.
Yeah, he'd be really disappointed they haven't got that much to show for their work. And well, you probably got the feeling about halfway through the quarter we spoke, it was the arm wrestle was evening up, but yeah, it started to, the leads evaporated now as well.
An even contest here at the City Oval as Troon coming off the wing will send the left foot kick inside 50, looking for Glover. Couldn't quite hang on at full stretch. Ground level, the explosive quick spins around to his right side. The kick was ordinary, will dribble inside 50. A chaos ball might still work out as the siren will beat them and save the Darley's defence. It's 3-2-20. The Devils going into quarter time, trailing North Ballarat 3-3-21 in what's been a seesawing opening term here, boys.
Yeah, it definitely has, Sam. It's been a real close game. Jamie Quick looking the goods early on for the Roosters, kicking 2 goals. Riley Polkinghorne looking really good as well, kicking the 1. And they've been really excellent. I think a player that probably has been really well as well has been Nelson Troon for the Roosters. Really been good out that wing lobe, and also Glover as well. So it'll be interesting to see what they'll do in terms of the matchups, because Darley had the better of the second half of the first quarter. Trav.
Yeah, I think it's been a really even game of footy and closer than I expected it to be at quarter time. So that's terrific from a spectacle point of view. I do feel like we're starting to see the reason we picked Darley pre-game. I think it's really important that North Ballarat keep getting the ball to ground in their front half. Once Darley get the ball back and they start to get in the right hands, they transition so well. I think... again, Quick's been really dangerous, but if Darley can keep some heat on the ball, I think Stratton's got his hands full when Quick's given, you know, one-on-one and space. But when Stratton gets the chance to lock onto him, we know how physical and uncompromised he can be. But yeah, I think that's the key for North to not allow Darley to get the ball back in their D50 and then launch their attacks from there. Bailey Young played a lot of that quarter as a bit of a +1 behind the ball and started to get a fair bit of it, and they look really dangerous when he touches it.
Yeah, the Darley goal scorers at quarter time: Andy Azapati, Billy Myers, and Joel Cadman for North Ballarat. Jamie Quick has 2, and Riley Polkinghorne also. Well, he has 1, and he started a treat too, didn't he, Sammy? He probably had half a dozen in the first 5 minutes.
Yeah, he was ugly would have his first name, I guess, in terms of the voting when it comes to the medal thus far. He's been terrific for North Ballarat. But a seesawing opening term here at City Oval. We'll take a break and be back to unwrap what's been a great grand final thus far in the 2023 grand final between Darley and North Ballarat, live here at the City Oval.
Last year at the Monopoly game at Macca's, I won a car. This car.
I won the $10,000 shopping voucher and I got some handbags for myself.
I won a $1,000 e-gift card.
Me too.
And me too. I went in for a sneaky snack after midnight.
I won the ultimate camping set.
And I won a $2,500 voucher.
Play the Monopoly game at Macca's. Winners are everywhere.
Push buttons to park magically.
Welcome back to the City Oval this afternoon for the 2023 Grand Final live between the Darley Devils and North Ballarat. It's North Ballarat that lead by 1 point, and Sam Young, Todd Whelan, Travis Hodgson and Patrick Morrow bringing the action live this afternoon. Pat, you went down and had a listen to Brendan McCartney's address. What do you have to say to the Chargers?
He was very much talking about the tackling technique, and the sense of wanting to also, guys, make sure you actually tackle correctly. So go low, not go too high on it. So don't give away the high free kick as we saw in the first term. Another thing he was talking about is don't get sucked in by their chirp. So telling them to guys play the game out. Don't worry about Darley trying to bring the physical presence to it. So actually just play the ball and instead of playing the man, which is a good saying to say. And yeah, so that's really much it. And he had a big board saying play, so it was very interesting. So he's very calm. He wasn't too over exaggerating, just relaxing it, and it's good to see.
And before we get the second term underway, Trav, your thoughts on what maybe Dan Jordan might have to say to the boys at his address?
Well, I think he'd be rapt that they were able to settle and get control of the game back to a certain extent. I think he probably would have put some sort of focus on the fact that North desperately want an anchor. They want the last guy on the line behind and to utilise that direct opponent, whoever that is, and play through him. And yeah, I also think that with the way Riding goes up and when he's at half forward goes up and chases the footy, Young and Mace Cousins and that have been free behind the ball a little bit, and I think they could probably use them a little bit more on the way out because they're such good users.
So maybe both coaches happy in what is a bit of a stalemate. 1 point margin. The kickers off here for the second term is Todd Whelan.
At the restart, to get played away. North Ballarat lead by 1 point. Follow-up work from Impey was okay. Went North Ballarat side, however, through Fletcher Loader. Hurried right foot kick, went forward. Loader presented, quick hands found. Cramery conceded by hand of Polkinghorn, who started the second quarter as well as he did the first. Loader dropped what he should have taken. Umpires picked out a free kick and a turnover, and Darley will get out of trouble.
Huge let off there.
Yeah, saw Cadman slip over there, Sam, in that process.
As the kick from Stratton wasn't a good one, and Quick's able to keep it alive, although he's coughed it up with the tap there towards Denham. The left foot kicks a nice one on the exit as Darley work it by hand over the top towards Bewley, gives it back to the teammate running past as a long kick will go down the white line towards Drew centre wing. Was the intended target was Leonard. Hobbs up to meter, couldn't quite gather. Big tackle coming back will lock things up. And in the end, a ball up in between the half-forward flank and centre wing on the outer side of the ground in the opening minute here of the second term.
Yeah, a couple of the Devils' important players, Cousins and Bewley, combining for the 1-2 to get it back into the Devils' front half. Ball up, tap one by McCullum. Grand ball result in another stoppage. And gee, we saw plenty of those in last week's preliminary final. While blustery conditions prevailed for the most part. Considerably more last week, which is good to see. Far less today. Riding does the sharking. His hand pass was okay to McCartan. Hurried kick went in the McCartan direction. Brett couldn't hang on to the mark. Somehow it fell back into the hands of Cranberry. His hand pass was cut off there by Duncan Cadman. It was thrown over the line with the footy. Well, without the footy, in fact, because the umpires picked out a free kick here and it's going to go to Cadman. Speaking of Duncan and Matthew Brett, just letting Stuart Cramery know of the silly nature of the free kick.
So Cadman decides to go by hand over the top as Darley working towards Bewley. Handball will go towards back to Denham, who's running past. Closely following him there was Leonard as that pressure from North Ballarat continues to hold up the Darley run as they try to work it on the outside. We'll get a ball in between half forward and centre wing once again on the far side of the ground.
Bit overzealous by hand there, the Devils, but Denham and Bewley having plenty of it. McCullum won the tap. Ball went to ground through traffic, went to Leonard, fired the hand pass out to Riding, who got it to Troom with a high up and under to outer centre wing. Cramery presented, took a mark on the chest. Wheeled and goad onto the left boot to a one-on-one with Quick in the back. Sees Stratton got a spoil on the ball. Tackled the ground. Good defensive pressure from both sides, really. Loader applying the tackle on Duncan Cadman to effect a ball up some 30 metres out from North Ballarat's goal.
Well done there, boys, to Stratton in that one-on-one. I was nervous for him.
Yeah, I was as well, Todd.
Quick hand pass there by Young as a part who go with a long kick towards the outside. Leonard unable to mark in front. McCullum by himself will dump this back inside 50. Impey, his direct opponent, couldn't mark, but gathers nicely. Handball inside was left a bit to be desired. Might work it here for Nash of North Ballarat. His hands were hot. Young makes amends. Looks to go wide towards Page. Stops and props and assesses his options with the right foot kick towards centre wing. Myers was probably the intended target, overcooked it for him, and Polkinghorn, very important role player in that North Ballarat defence, came across and saw it out of play.
Yeah, North Ballarat were out there. Young got a hand on the on that handball forward to negate North Ballarat and regain possession for the Devils, and now they have it on their half-forward line, broadcast side, right in front of the big crowd here at City Oval. Perfect conditions for football. Just 1 point separates the two sides. 3.5 minutes into a second term. Now Baker needs a gather and handball, and he does. He found Page. Right foot kick to half forward. Myers presents, couldn't take the mark. Adam Azapati did the Sharky. Sent the ball into attack, and Cousins has got it. Geelong VFL listed's best first-year player will go back and have a shot on goal and a chance to give the Devils their first lead of the afternoon. Tick over 4 minutes gone second term.
Such a great player for a coach to have at his disposal. The fact he can play either end, he can go on the footy as well, but he was back early in the game, and now he's gone forward having a shot at goal.
So Cousins, to put Darley in front for the first time today, bends it around the body.
All class.
And snaps truly. The Devils move the 4-2-26. North Ballarat stuck on 3-3-21, and it's 3 goals in a row, Pat, from the Darley Devils to take the lead here at the City Oval.
Yeah, definitely. They've had the opportunities, Roosters, in the early first bit of this second term, but the thing what Darley do is they're so efficient with it. So when they go forward, they're almost like swarming like bees, and it works beautifully for the Devils. And in the end, they get the good play, and Cousins shows why he's one of the best players in the competition and for Geelong.
Yeah, Page been good early. He's had the upper hand on Troon and was again involved in that scoring assist. Ball up, Cousins also having an impact. McCullum got his own clearance, hustled the ball to half forward. How will it sit for Young? It does in the end, does a U-turn, does the old-fashioned torp territory kick. Joel Cadman couldn't take the mark. Loose ball opportunity here for North Ballarat. Gathered there by Sparkman. Right foot kick towards half forward. Lamb the target at the back. Seastrate in the front. Ball went to ground, spilled off hands, over the line for a boundary throw-in on half forward outer side of the ground for North Ballarat.
So there's a Stratton with another important touch involved there. So the big matchup on Quick, who got the hot start with a couple of goals, has bounced back well here in the opening 5 minutes of the second term. We'll get a ball in front of the North Ballarat coach's box. Now trying to chase down a lead for the first time this afternoon. Half forward flank region, thrown will favour McCallum. Big fist was just for territory more than anything. Doesn't get out though, as coming through there was Lamb, and he ricocheted into Azapati as the ball dribbled out right on 50.
Trav, as a coach, do you tell your ruckman to make sure you're actually tapping down to the rover? I know he's gone with a big thump for territory, but sometimes that's a frustrating thing from a coach's point of view.
It is. I think it's a statement ruckmen like to make sometimes, but not always that beneficial.
Boundary throw in, tap one by McCullum. At the back there was McCartan, who did the sharking right foot kick to the danger zone. Cremery's got it. Oh, juggling attempt. Couldn't hang on to it. Swings onto the left. Forced to go by hand. Good corralling from Brett. Chance for Glover. Bailed up there by Brett. Loose ball opportunity. Young should rust it through for a behind, and he does.
Golden opportunity going begging there. He had the perfect kick, and his size meant that Brett couldn't get around him. He was such a good defender, and unfortunately it just rolled off his fingertips.
That's 2 drop marks in the opening 6.5 minutes of this second term. Deep inside forward 50 for North Ballarat. They haven't been able to capitalise on the ball coming in hot and into one-on-ones as Young with it, deep in defence. Had a bright start and goes long with the kick towards the outer side. Big fly from the front, brings it to the ground. Opportunity at ground level here for Bishop. He's brought to the ground to tackle. Stolen by McCartan. Azapati dragged him down to the turf and holding the ball. Advantage taken quickly. Myers gives it off to Inglis. Outside the boot kick will go down the line more to gain territory than anything. Opportunity for Loverson to try to shovel it out for North Ballarat. Inglis up to meet it again. Did he get one high? Umpire says no, and in the end says no genuine attempt, I guess, and holding the ball, free kick North Ballarat.
So the Roosters with ball in hand. Speaking Bromley Lynch, he'll play on and went by hand. Right foot squaring quick from Sparkman in the riding direction. Had to stop and Prom went to go, but fell and went to ground. But got onto that left boot. Send it into the danger zone, and Glover's got it. Front on contact and or mark. Much to the disappointment of Zane Lahoure, who did near everything right, but free kick there, Trap.
Yeah, it had to be a free kick. Riding did well to spot him so quickly. I thought he was going to come laterally to Troon because Page had been drawn in to try and influence the contest and didn't. So Troon was an option as well. So options galore there. They really should get a goal from this.
So third time's the charm. The mark is paid or free kick either way. North Ballarat shot on goal coming pretty much directly in front. He doesn't miss the Sammy Glover and he puts North Ballarat back in front with his first goal of the afternoon here in the 2023 Grand Final here at the Sydney Oval.
You definitely read my mind there, Trav. I thought Troon was playing the old decoy off the wing just to make sure that the Darley defender got caught out there in the process.
Yeah, I think Riding might have been going to pull the trigger that way, but he lifted his eyes and found a better option deep forward.
And that's why he's a VFL listed player at Werribee and been in and out of that lineup throughout season 2023. Showed his class, found Glover deep at full forward, and North Ballarat here tied back in front.
We've got a game on at City Oval. Stick with us right throughout the Red Onion Media Centre by the BFNL Match Centre. Baker forced to get rid of it. Hot footy plays in from everywhere. There'll be a ball up in the middle of the ground. Of course, the stream, the audio going via 979 FM and Apple 98.5 FM. Chance here for Baker to extricate out of stoppage. High left foot kick. Good sprawl at the back there from Matricati in the end. Right foot kick to an open space. Azapati had to wait under it. A little 9-9 there from Bewley. Went like one of mine on a Sunday afternoon, out of bounds on the full.
A rare blemish from the two-time Henderson medalist now. Back-to-back winner of that award, Brett Bewley. This time misfired, if you will, as Nash will be able to bring the ball back in for North Ballarat. It's called to play on. They would have run a fair bit and gain a bit more territory. So the high kick will go towards now half forward. Lahure with the spoil brings to the ground. Romy Lynch dives in there with Bewley, and in the end, a stoppage is a good result for North Ballarat as they continue to hold the footy in their attacking half of the ground to start this second term.
Well, it's a big day for the players. Indeed, it is for the umpires, and they've been good so far. Bewley might have been pushed. Umpire let it go right on cue. Chance here for Carey to keep it in. High up and under. Territory gain. Missed all and sundry, out of bounds on the full. And the resultant free kick will go the way of Mitch Ward, and a chance to get the Devils beyond their defensive 50.
Short ball will come in towards Azapati. Want to try to set the switch here as Page is the outlet. Azapati with a high wobbly kick towards a 1-on-1. Bouncing ball, Cranberry first to react. Brett got him to tackle. Quick handball went to ground. Well picked up there and sharked by Page off the Cadman, who goes towards true centre half forward with a high kick towards Myers. Loverson arrived late. An opportunity for now North Ballarat through Leonard to square the ball up towards centre wing, and Cranberry takes the mark. So Cranberry with it, wants to go quickly always, finds Riding in a little hole, had front on contact mark, either way, free kick, and a footy in the hands of the important Jack Riding. 65 from goal, and once again will set up an attack here for North Ballarat.
And Matt Brett's hurt himself too, looks like ribs, I think.
Cranberry will send North Ballarat into attack, into the hot spot. Glover the target, sets himself. Strong at the front there with the Devils through Baker. Read it beautifully. Went with the left foot to an open space. Foot race on. How will it sit for Johnson? Well, it did at the end, but he had to stop and prop, so he knocked it forward as good as a kick. As far as Darcy Matricati, who gathered and carried the ball over the line for a boundary throw-in. True centre wing out of side of the ground. 11 and a half minutes gone. Second term. North Ballarat 4-4-28. Darley 4-2-26.
Ball virtually opposite from our broadcast position on the far centre wing. Myers having a spell in the ruck against the big man McCallum. So we're back underway here. Myers just took it out of the air, fell over though. Handball was coughed up straight there to Art. Left foot kicks a high one. Loader arrived late and got the ball to ground. At ground level, here's Lamb with the right foot kick to half forward. It's a good one. And now an opportunity maybe for North Ballarat to get it out the back. Quick's working back, and the kick will go in his direction. Used the body early, but couldn't get the immovable object there in Brett.
Yeah, it was terrific, Brett, on that occasion. He goes at 85% by foot and didn't let his stats down and found Page just inside the defensive 50 for the Devils. He's a little bereft of options. He can go back to Brett if he likes. It's poor checking there from Quick. He should have pushed up with Brett to deny that lateral. So Matthew Brett with ball in hand. Bit of wax on, wax off. Had Page, but it'll go wide and used the angle well and stretched the ground and found Duncan Cabot, who went short to Adam Azapati, who's been good. So Adam Azapati with ball in hand. Very accountable behind the footy, North Ballarat there. Tram tracks behind the footy have been an impact. Cousins went early. Umpires picked out a free kick. It's going to go Darley's way. It's going to go to the veteran Darren Leonard on broadcast centre wing.
Leonard goes lateral, trying to go back to Azzopardi. As he has Brett further afield, but wants to go into the corridor instead. Finds Cadman. Able to play on in the middle of City Oval towards half forward with the kick. Too tall for Baker, and Nash got involved. Riding with the rundown tackle. Umpire says, give it to me, and he'll throw it in the air. Pretty much true centre half forward position.
Sorry, buddy.
I was going to say, Trev, that's a win for North Ballarat because Darley were out there on that half forward line. They could have burst away with it.
Yeah, structurally they've been really good beyond the ball this quarter.
Ball up, that one by McCullum. As far as McCartan, who went by hand, looking for Sparkman. He went to go back, then went forward by hand to Riding, had to stop and prop under it. Searching hand pass meant for Lamb, or Leonard, cut off there by Bewley, onto his non-preferred. Right foot kick to the attacking 50. Umpire's picked out a free kick here. It's going to go Darley's way. It's going to go to Riley Matricati with ball in hand. So he squares the footy, it went over the head of Adam Azzopardi. Azzopardi is a turnover. And it'll be Troon with ball in hand that can begin the transition for North Ballarat.
Nelson Troon will play on because no one stands the mark and goes high with the kick towards the outer wing. Almost the mark taken there by Glover. Shakes and bakes his way through, and the left foot kick inboards. An absolute ripper. Found the target. Opportunity here for North Ballarat once again. Leonard. High kick will go inside 50. Cramry at the back. Brett in front. Cramry to the front. Got it. Takes the mark inside 50. A rare one-on-one loss for Matthew Brett, and a big win for Stu Cramry as he marks inside forward 50, Trav.
Yeah, and North's offense is coming off the back of really good defence. They're set up so well beyond the ball. That the one that Troon turned over at the top of Darley's 50. That was the fourth time this quarter that Darley's tried to change the angles and tried to change lanes, and they've either come unstuck or not been able to get through.
An important shot on goal for the experienced Stu Cramry. 2 steps, stops, props, and kicks a goal. And North Ballarat are back to an 8-point lead here at City Oval in the McDonald's Carlton Draft Grand Final. They're 5-4-34. They lead Darley 4-2-26.
This is really suiting North Ballarat, Trevor. It's really that high congested game of football. It's not the normal game where there's a bit of space and I know they like the space, but they more like that contested style.
Yeah, and even in the air, where, as we mentioned, pre-game, Darley's really strong. Their forwards have really, worked hard to make sure they have all those aerial contests if they're not winning them.
Back-to-back goals gives North Ballarat an 8-point lead. Myers took out the ruck, and he's going nowhere immediately in the tackle. Umpire allows it to roll on for another minute or so, but then says, give it to me, as it's held between Loader and Bewley in the centre of the beautiful City Oval, bathed in beautiful sunshine this afternoon for the 2023 Grand Final. Loverson and Myers go once again. One down by Loverson this time. And again, Myers did well with a follow-up to lock it up for a tackle. And might hand this one to you, Todd, see if he can get some bit of clear space. And as the arm wrestle continues here at the City Oval.
Myers gone into the ruck to get some impact at the coalface.
Bailey Young's just dropped off to help with Cremery.
Use of the body from Loverson was okay. Umpire's picked out a free kick here. It's going to go to Riley Polking on for a high contact, and he'll waste no time setting North Ballarat into attack. Cramry the target. Went through the hands of he and Brett. Young did the mopping up. Quick hands to Cadman. Needs to be good. I speak of Duncan. His kick went lateral. Darcy Matricati gathered and was composed and went inboard toward. Needs to be quick. Quick ball to boot. Myers got 2 to beat. Loverson to the back. Brumley Lynch at the front. Falls to the ground. Chance for Harley Inglis. Slung to the ground, said the umpire. And the small forward, a mile away from home, will take the resultant free kick.
So Inglis, short ball, just required 15, will find Azzopardi. As Darley maybe looking for a little bit of tempo footy as we approach time on here in the second term. Almost good hands there, couldn't quite hang on, but in the back, or a hold, either way you see it. Free kick against Bromley Lynch, then going out of the way of Riley Matricati on true centre wing on the broadcast side. He just goes, well, not the required 15 to Denham. Plays on immediately, of course. Hits the hot spot with a kick inside 50. Fisted away there by North Ballarat's defence. Leonard first to react to centre half back. Hand pass just trying to find Troon. In the end, running through nicely was Loader. Collected at full velocity. High kick will go towards half forward as it bounces towards Quick. He just tried to give the look away. Hand pass towards Glover on his non-preferred side. Is wrapped up and gone. Good tackle there by the Devils in defence. And incorrect disposal means a free kick to Cadman.
Yeah, great defence from the Devils holding up as Duncan Cadman went back to the defensive goal square. Found Matthew Brett. Just lopes away. Had Darcy Matricati short, elected to go to the long option, and the brother Riley went over. He said he went to ground, opened the door for Riley Patrick Polkinghorn. Got it to Bromley Lynch, who found Lamb, who found Riding.
That's another great example of Darley trying to get out the other side and it coming unstuck. You know, and there's no error there with what Darley's doing. North are just working so hard to cover off those outlets and not let them through.
And once again, boys, it's the big guns for North Ballarat. They already have Quick, Glover, Cremery and Polkinghorn on the score sheet. I guess number 5, he will, in Jack Riding, has an opportunity to line up for his first of the afternoon.
How do you see those matchups? Cremery and Brett, you think Cremery's on top or pretty even? Pretty even, that one?
Yeah, call it in.
And Quickens a Stratton. Quick might be just in front there.
Yeah, I'd say Quick would be in front.
Couple goals thus far from Quick. Riding marks inside 50 from 45 on a 45-degree angle to make it 3 in a row for the Roosters, and he's got it. Jack Riding.
Terrific finish from Riding. Some separation on the scoreboard for North Ballarat. It extends to a 14-point margin, 6-4-40. They lead Darley 4-2-26. And good calling, Sam. The 5 big guns forward of centre for North Ballarat, hitting the scoreboard, of course. Jamie Quick with 2. Glover, Cremery, Riley Polkinghorn, and Jack Riding joining in for their 6th.
So, Trav, I was going to say, as coach right now for Darley, what would you be trying to tell your players on the bench right now with maybe 5 to 6 minutes left in the second term?
Oh, I think they've been the best side all year. I think they've just got to stick to what they do well. They've rolled one behind the ball for most of that quarter when North have started to get on top. I don't think that's a bad idea either.
It's Brett Ellison half back with the outside, the left foot this time. Only went as far as Troon. Handballs it to his own advantage. Nice, clever knock on towards Leonard. He kept it alive. Z Stratton comes through. Couldn't quite get the footy out. In the end, able to hold the ball between him and opposition players. We'll get a ball up.
This is a big 10 minutes for Darley. They trail by 14 points, the Devils here in Ballarat. Near 20 minutes gone, second term here. Next goal, all important. Ball up, tap one by McCallum, knocked it at his feet. Pressure in the back there from Adam Azapati. Too high, said the umpire. And a chance for North Ballarat to go into attack through Tom Bromley Lynch with ball in hand. So honours with North Ballarat in the opening half. High right foot kick, goes towards Glover, the big guns. Bewley got a spoil on the ball. Loose ball opportunity here for Denham. Needs to be cleaned, and he was. And he went by hand to Duncan Cadman. Searching hand pass. Bewley made it look easier than what it was. Fired the hand pass back in the Denham direction. He's got a couple to beat. Went back to Bewley, and somehow they'll get out of trouble. It took every bit of class from Denham and Bewley to get it done. Kick goes along the line, but again, a turnover and a rebound for North Ballarat.
Just the attacking side centre wing in the hands here of Ryan Polkinghorn to set up attack for North Ballarat. It's been to time on in the second term. Long kick will go inside 50. Glover and forced to spoil and bring it to ground this time. Page with the outlet kick will find the big man in Impey. Still inside defensive 50. Can they change the angle? He decides to go by hand this time to Darcy Matricati. He goes by the kick, and it's a good one. Should find his target, and Bishop worked up high, mark just on the defensive side, centre wing on the broadcast side. Short ball by him's a good one as well. Good play here and good tempo by the Darley Devils. Sweeping ball by Myers. Down as a party. He'll go inside 50 with the kick. Looking for Inglis. Got it. Great transition, end-to-end stuff. And Darley will take that as a good passage of play. They're probably the best of the afternoon thus far.
Yeah, it shows how well North are defending, but a lot had to go right. You know, there was a lot of possessions that needed to be perfectly executed, and you get the feeling that they're finding it tough to get through at the moment.
So they were able to get a couple late in the opening term to get within a point at quarter time.
Tough kick.
But it'll be Inglis, who doesn't mind a goal. He'll have a shot on goal. Acute angle up against the boundary line. Kick stays right, every bit right, misses everything. Out of bounds on the full. 22 minutes gone, second term here. Darley 4-2-26, trail North Ballarat 6-4-40. In this McDonald's Carlton Draft BFNL Grand Final. Sunny skies, perfect conditions, no excuses for football.
You're right there, Toddy, as Mace Cousins hit the first goal this term, but then 3 in a row from North Ballarat has them firmly in control to approach half-time. High ball towards the broadcast side. Cramry, the man in the pack, but a big spoil by the veteran Page on this occasion. Sees it into the fans. A packed house this afternoon, live at the City Oval in what is a perfect afternoon for a grand final, Pat.
Yeah, you couldn't ask for anything better. Just perfect weather, and we've had glorious weather the last couple of weeks. It's been great. I was a little nervous coming in the trip today. I thought, maybe the rain might just come to Ballarat, as it normally does, Sam.
Half forward, broadcast side for the Devils. Boundary throw in. MP, McCallum with strength, won the tap, knocked it back boundary side. They got numbers, North Ballarat through. Polkinghorn, who got it to Arts, who kicked it into the back of Darcy Matricardi and ricocheted over the line for a boundary throw in. Near copy-paste spot of the previous throw in on half forward, broadcast side for the Devils.
23 minutes gone, second term action, 14 points the margin here in favour of the underdogs, North Ballarat. Now jump umpire gets us back underway. McCallum takes front position, knocks it down. Leonard was his chosen target. Baker got involved trying to jostle the ball between him and Leonard, and in the end, a stoppage to hold things up in between half forward, centre wing, broadcast side of the ground.
What I'm liking as well is quick. He went to that stoppage and now he's going to push back to the forward line. It's a really smart play from North Ballarat in terms of sucking Darley in the defence.
Yeah, Baker got knocked off the football cleverly by Leonard, who sent the ball to half forward for North Ballarat. Chance here for Duncan Cadman. Quick hands were good under pressure. Been good this quarter, Duncan Cadman. He got it to Page, went in the English direction. Defensive pressure from Arts was good. Did enough to get a hand on it over the line. Boundary throw in. True centre wing broadcast side here. Right in front of the big crowded City Oval. It's Darley 26, who trail North Ballarat 40. Near 24 minutes gone, second term.
Gotta love that stuff from a guy like Samuel Arts, who's probably arguably in North Ballarat's bottom six, but to arrive late with the spoil there and get the ball out of play. Just a big moment as we approach half-time as ball's in neutral territory. As a party's kick was smothered, Arts on cue, couldn't quite gather. Hand pass nicely there from Bishop to Impey, gives it off to Inglis, who goes with the right foot kick inside 50. Strong hands at full stretch. Marks taken by Leonard, about 50 from goal on a 45-degree angle. Todd, does he have the length and those, I guess, older legs to get the journey from here just outside 50?
No.
Bishop's hands were sharp there, weren't they? Inside to out. Doesn't make it, Todd?
I don't think so.
Pulls the kick into the pocket.
Neither does he.
And it's fisted well there by Hobbs towards the boundary line. McCartan does the tackling, and ball eventually is tried over the line. Ball in 30 from goal. And from a coaching perspective there, Trav, Leonard, all right, elected not to have the shot. Would you rather see that kick go to the top of the goal square instead of deep into the right forward pocket?
Yeah, if you're trying to score, unless they've got to a stage where they don't want to concede anymore and they were happy for a stoppage in the pockets, more a defensive type kick. But yeah, if you're trying to score, that goes to the teeth of goal.
25 minutes gone, second term. Couldn't be long left. McCallum pushed back to do the ruck work, won the tap. Leonard took on the would-be tackler. Tackle taken to the ground. The umpire says, I'll have it. There'll be a ball up.
He also had Ward there as well, Leonard, if he wanted to get the handball off. So he had the options. But
Impey had gone to the goal square too with Myers, so it looked like they were set up for that long kick forward.
North Ballarat got numbers back. Art's one of those. Hurried kick, got it to the defensive 50. Quick, wanted the hold, denied by the umpire. Fletcher Loader went to ground. Hurried hand pass, opened the door for Bewley, went to ground. Umpires paid a push. And the reigning Buell Henderson medalist with ball in hand will go back and a chance to send the Devils into attack. And Z Stratton wearing quick like a tattoo this afternoon. Trav?
Practicing his headlock skills.
Oh, the balk there by Bewley, but smother on the mark. As Ward got the lucky ricochet and goes inside 50. Drop mark in defence there by North Ballarat. Ground level should favour Cadman. Sweeping hand pass finds Page in the pocket. He goes back. It goes towards Young. He goes back into the pocket. They're just cornered in defence there at the moment. Is the pressure by North Ballarat to just continue to corral and pressure and push the Devils towards the boundary line. And that's where the ball ends up, out of bounds in front of the electronic scoreboard, which reads Darley 4-2-26 trailing North Ballarat 6-4-40 here live at the City Oval.
Yeah, hunting in packs. North Ballarat, boundary throw in. Last roll of the dice in this second term for Darley to score. Volley out of the boundary throw in from McCallum. Gained about 35 metres for his side into the advantage of Quick. Dribbling ball along the line. Territory gain, but Devils have got numbers. The ball stayed in, and the kick was difficult for Young, who got it on the half volley. Swarmed by Arts. And the umpire will come in and effect a ball up. Out of side half forward for North Ballarat. 27 minutes gone, second term.
that is so clever by McCullum, just to work out that the boundary throw is coming in lower than expected, able to get a quick boot onto it. Excellent stuff.
Continue just to move the footy forward a minute. North Ballarat. McCartan's kick smothered as it goes towards half forward. Bewley had to sit and wait. Hand pass by Ward. Heard the voice of Azzopardi, who's caught by Lamb on 50. Umpire Adrian Newley's let it go a long time and lets the ball spill out. No free kick. And now he picks one out for a high tackle. So maybe a bit of justice to North Ballarat, who wanted the free kick for holding the ball. High tackle comes into Lamb regardless, and he'll have a shot from just outside 50. So we approach the half-time siren here, 27.5 minutes gone.
So Glover presented wide into the pocket, but he'll go in the loader direction. Going back with courage, Page on the last line, saved the day for the Devils.
It's trademark, Shane Page.
So Page with ball in hands, got Bewley short and takes up that option. And why not? Because this raking left foot from Bewley will get the Devils out of trouble. Penetrating kick was good. And found Johnson on the lead and presented well in front of Loverson. And took a mark. Not sure they got enough time, the Devils. They'll need to get it moving. And it's Johnson with ball in hand. Such has been the accountability of North Ballarat behind the ball. Johnson's forced to go long along the line. Going the fist there was Hobbs. Fell into the hands of Impey. Coughed it up. Loose ball opportunity on centre wing out of side of the ground. But the umpire will take advantage of that scrum of sorts and come in and affect the ball up. True centre wing out of side of the ground.
Did well there, Hobbs, to impact the contest. The story has not been spoken about enough in the lead up to this one. Of course, retired last year, come out of retirement this year, and line up a third premiership in the Ballarat Football Netball League. Big fly by Glover on 50, plays on immediately, hits the top of the goal square, Quick's out the back. Was he dragged without it? No! Umpire waves play on, still Quick, right foot snap again is smothered, and Darley survive. No, they don't, high tackle.
It's probably the square up. I think Quick was tackled by Stratton without the ball.
How about the mark though by Sammy Glover on 50, and the wheel and go to go immediately to Quick, who again gets out the back. Should have probably had a free kick, as you said so well, Trav. Got the square up and should kick his third and extend North Ballarat's lead.
Darley just have to be so perfect on the way out of defence. Any slight error and North are just ready to pounce. They're just set up so well. They're so sharp on defence today. It's forced Darley
hats
down the
off
line
to the coaching crew and the Roosters. They're doing an excellent job with it.
They have.
So Jamie Quick for goal number 3 to extend on the lead. Kicks on its way, crowd like it, and the Roosters get the momentum into halftime here at City Oval. There's some Darley players just doing a bit of remonstrating with the umpire, identifying something that I can't quite pick up, but North Ballarat get the goal. 7-4-46, they lead Darley 4-2-26. 20-point lead.
I thought he might have called play on, actually, the umpire, and that's why they rushed the kicker. And I reckon this is going to be overturned. I reckon the umpire, that's what's happened, is he's called play on, the siren has sounded, and he's going to retract this. No score. That's exactly what the umpires are doing. So, no goal on the siren of the Jamie Quick. Took too long. He took over his 30 seconds. That's a massive, massive moment.
Wow, it is. Yeah, you can see the Darley player running from the side to put the smother on. Where's he going? Because I didn't hear the call from here.
No.
But I knew the siren had gone.
So Darley is seemingly up and about despite all momentum with North Ballarat. They're jogging off, and North Ballarat just sort of getting their heads around what just transpired. But Quick remains on 2 goals. And, that might be something that we look back on post-match that could have an influence on the outcome, Pat.
Yeah, definitely. We talk about moments, and that's one of those moments. I know there's no shot clock or anything like that here at City Oval, but boy, oh boy, you should be aware if you've got 30 seconds to take the shot. It's pretty straightforward. Go back, take the shot, take your time, something like that. He should be able to do that. So, that's a bit of a let-off for Darley, because if Quick kicks a goal, which he does, and it was overturned, they would have been in front by 20 points. Instead, they're in front by 16. So it changes the psychology of it in the end there, Trav.
Yeah, it does. It's significant. It's they've been so good, North Ballarat. They probably deserved to be further in front. They've set up so well, as we've said a few times, behind the ball. And I think a lot of times when that happens, Myers is your guy you get out. And I reckon Loverson's done a terrific job on Myers. I think Myers has taken 1 mark for the game, the contested mark inside 50 early for Darley's first goal. Apart from that, we haven't seen a lot of him, have we?
No, he did take one in the second quarter, but you're around the mark.
Yeah, Loverson's done a pretty good job.
So big moment to close the opening half there. A goal was originally awarded, taken away as the shot clock had expired, if you will. So no goal to finish. North Ballarat go into a half-time leading 6 goals 4-40 to the Darley Devils 4-2-26. And on that note, I think we need a break here. We'll take a good 10-15 minutes and be back soon to unwrap the opening half here in the Ballarat Football Netball League Grand Final live from the City Oval.
Push buttons to park magically.
The McValue Bundle at Macca's. A choice of your favourite burgers, together with fries and drinks for just $26.95. Did we just find something the whole family can agree on?
Okay, we're near the beginning of the McDonald's half-time sprint here on the front of the wing here. McDonald's logo. We have represented today is the North Ballarat Football Club, Lakeland Football Club, Ballarat Football Club,
And Ballarat Swans.
Let's go, Romy!
We've got our starter, Matt, ready to go. Give us a wave when we're ready to start. And they're off now. It looks pretty close here through the middle of the race. Looks like Bacchus Marsh or Melton Bacchus Marsh. I think it's going to be close here. Oh, photo finish. Have we got the photo finish? Who are we giving it to? There's a meeting. Borgie from Melton Football Netball Club. Congratulations, well done Kyle. Great sprint. Thank you to all the participants today and thank you to McDonald's Ballarat.
took it out, so congratulations.
show me? Can you show me? Can you show me now? Yeah. Everything's best mates.
Welcome back to the City Oval this afternoon for the 2023 Grand Final in the Ballarat Football Netball League. At half-time, it's North Ballarat, the underdogs, leading 6 goals 440 to the Darley Devils. 4-2-26, couple of goals to Jamie Quick, singles to Glover, Cramry, Riding and Polkinghorn. Whilst for the Devils, it's Andy Azzopardi, Billy Myers, Cousins and Joel Cadman on the score sheet.
Darley need a spark. Whether that was the denied goal of Jamie Quick's after the siren when he played on, who knows, Trav. Darley held to under 70 points. Rain, hail or shine just once in 2023. Doesn't look like they'll get beyond 70 today, but they'll certainly need to have an impact in the opening half of this third term.
Yeah, that's for sure. Looks like they've taken Page from his wing too and set him to Glover, which is it's a big call because Page gives so much on his wing, but obviously pretty worried about Glover.
Sam Glover with the 1 goal and a big mark in the opening half. We're ready to go to start the second half here live at the City Oval between North Ballarat and the Darley Devils. One down there by McCallum in the ruck. Myers starting in the centre bounce, doing the ruck work, was decisively beaten. Sam Young, Todd Whelan, Pat Murrow and Travis Hodgson bring on the action live this afternoon. Myers goes early. One down decisively by McCallum once again. Off the deck went Riding inside 50 with the kick off the deck. At ground levels, Page unable to pick it up. Ball in dispute. Arts come through hard. Page likewise will lock things up about 40 out from the defensive goal, but an opportunity for North Ballarat inside 50 once again.
Yeah, for those tuning in by Apple 98.5 FM and 979 Melton FM, Duncan Cadman to Glover.
Loader
won that tap. Chance here for Baker. Find the hand pass out. Who can get it cleanly? Young could, but he was bailed up. Thrown to the ground by Arts. And the umpire said, free kick to you, Bailey Young. And a chance off half-back to get something going over the head of the umpire. Goes in the Johnson direction. He's got Nash to beat. Gee, he got some good purchase on that spoil, Nash. Found the safety at the boundary line. Gee, they've been very accountable defensively behind the ball today, Trav. North Ballarat.
It's actually Page to Loader. Sorry, apologies.
So we get a ball in, true centre wing position on the broadcast side, 14-point margin. In the beautiful sunshine here at the City Oval, a cracking afternoon Ballarat has put on for us today for the 2023 Grand Final. Myers this time worked his way to the front and tried to knock it down to Bewley. Stolen by Riding, slipped the tackle and got the handball away to Troon. Left foot kick will go inside forward 50. Big fly there, almost a mark to Loader. Handball by Glover over top the Polkinghorn. Gives off the Cramry for the perfect start. Stu Cramry pops it through with the outside of the boots. And North Ballarat make it 4 in a row in this game. And I guess get some justice for the goal that was taken off from going to the halftime break. With the goal here to Stu Cramry 90 seconds into the second half.
Definitely was, Sam. A great play in the end from the Roosters. And what really helped there was the fact that Jamie Quick made sure his defender kept running towards the ball so he couldn't hold back to the goal square. And it worked out beautifully, as we see on that replay. So, you know, floating handball over the top works well. Able to get a really good goal, and it's a good start here for the Roosters. Darley really need to lift.
Yeah, they've been on the haunches opening minutes of each term. North Ballarat hitting the scoreboard. The restart, McCallum won that tap to a running Riding, got knocked off the ball. Umpire let it go. Gramble opportunity, Baker with the pressure. Umpire with the whistle will come in and effect the ball up. Attacking side of the middle of the ground. North Ballarat with the opener of the third term by Cramry has been important back into the side today.
So once again, McCallum and Myers, and McCallum wins it down. Arts off the square, able to gather. The tackle there and stolen, picked his pocket was Bewley. Hand pass over top was only as far as Carey. Goes inboard towards Troon. Outside the boot, kick will go towards half forward. Tough one to deal with on the bounce. And the big tackle by Riley Polkinghorn will hold things up. 50 from goal as North Ballarat continue to lock things in their attacking half as the umpires put whistle to mouth and a Darley player down off the footy being assessed by trainers. Looks like it's Mace Cousins.
Yep, and it's his leg, and tipping it's the injured leg that forced the layoff. He'll leap off the ground, and a big loss for the Devils at the restart. The X Factor, Cousins, into the side, played in the second semi, and of course today, will walk off the ground in much discomfort. Will that be a spark for the Devils? Arts got one high, undisciplined Mitch Ward, gave away a free kick, went high, Arts went low, and the resultant high tackle has ended in a free kick and another shot on goal. Nothing going right for Darley on their biggest day in 6 years. Of course, North Ballarat endeavouring also to become the most successful side in the last 15 years. Arts went short and found Cramery, who's been on song for the most part of the afternoon with his 2 goals.
He's got the leg from here, no problems.
We talked about pre-game, the importance of Shu Cramery coming to the lineup. A couple of goals, one to start this term for back-to-back ones in as many minutes. He comes in from 48, and the goal umpire didn't move a centimetre. It's right over top of his hat. He has 3, and North Ballarat kick away here at the City Oval.
We had that discussions pre-game about how he might need to grab the game by the throat, and he's done a little bit of that, hasn't he? 3 goals early in the third.
Yeah, he has. It's been excellent. And now with Cousins off, this really changes the game structure for Darley. You would have thought maybe Cousins would be able to swing back forward, being that attacking option for the Devils. That won't be able to happen now. So it's going to be tricky here. This team has been so good all year. They've got to show it now in the third term.
Can they get a response? North Ballarat have doubled Darley's score. They lead by 26. Baker extricates the number 3 in the call for centre clearance. Adds another one to the tally. Went out of side half forward. Leading into the race for the ball. Adam has the party. Inglis with the pressure. Went inboard by hand to Bishop. His hand pass was cut off there by McCartan. Good defensive pressure again as Riding went along the line, but it was cut off by Baker. Needs to get involved. The kick got to Page on the bounce to Denham. Had Brett running past, but he went long to Johnson. And the response, emphatic from the Devils, and a chance to add some respect to the scoreboard because they trail by 26. And Johnson with no more important shot on goal than this one. And his 38 goals already kicked in season 2023.
Yeah, well called there, Toddy. And the kick by Denham was an absolute beauty. Hit Johnson at his highest point. And what he's done so well this season has made the most from his opportunities from the set shot. Comes in, right foot kicks on its way, and bends its way back enough. And Darley get the response they were looking for to start the third term here. 5 goals, 232, trails 8-4-52. A 20-point margin as it's goal for goal to start the third quarter here live at the City Oval.
Well, we saw a final at City Oval last year when Ballarat led the Devils by as much as 40 points, and they got back within a point in a nail-biting finish when both sides finished beyond the ton. Of course, Gibson with the match-winning goal at the end. So it's going to take every bit of the Devils' resolve to work their way back into the contest. North Ballarat with the upper hand. The restart. McCullum again. Polkinghorn dropped it. Chance here for Young. Ran into Bewley. Hand pass cut off there by Sparkman. Kick off the side of the boot. Went about 25 metres. Bouncing ball. Got to Ward. Kept it inside. Hopeful for Bewley. Went to his feet. Ricocheted off the shin over the line. Boundary throw in. Broadcast centre wing.
How good's been Arts today, Trav? He's been excellent. Just really motoring along for the Roosters.
Yeah, he's been another one of their dangerous options for sure.
The ball in, taking side centre wing, broadcast side for North Ballarat. 7 minutes in to the third term. Bounce thrown will always favour the big man McCallum, who knocks it down decisively to the captain McCartan. High ball towards half forward. Protecting the drop zone there was Glover and was unable to mark on this occasion. Page brought to the turf, maybe without it. Advantage paid for incorrect disposal, says the umpire, as they went forward inside 50 to North Ballarat, but ran into a wall. And maybe they had the time again. They probably should have just taken their time and set up the kick inside 50 instead of trying to continue on with the advantage.
Yeah, another let off for the Devils. Ball up, attacking 50 for North Ballarat. Tap one by, the 2 number 10s. Baker leads into the race for the ball. Gathered, searching, hand pass went to no one in particular. A 2-on-1 favouring North Ballarat, but the spill found Young, who found Darcy Matricati, who was bailed up. by Riley Polkinghorn. There'll be a ball up attacking 50 for North Ballarat.
This is where they've been so good all day. They set up so well behind the ball now, and Darley find it hard to get out.
This time Myers gets hands to it first. Tom Bromley Lynch able to keep it alive. Opportunity for Riding, steps into that left side and towards the goal face. The kick goes. Ward sees it out of play, and probably that to, I guess, cement that point, Trav, was, when Young had the footy then, he went to turn and go, but he only saw Loverson and Hobbs down the line, so he tried to backtrack with the handball to Matt Riccardi.
So Matthew Brett loped out of defence and went toward with a penetrating kick. He found Matt Riccardi, but the umpires paid a push. He just ushered him under the footy. Can go either way, those ones, but this one favours North Ballarat, and back into attack they go to the attacking 50. 2-on-1 favouring the Devils. Bishop at ground level found Page. Quick hands to Andy Azapati, who went toward along the line. Did he keep it in? Bounce, favour the big fella Impey. Over the top to Darcy Matricati. Went on to the left boot to an open forward line. Foot race on. Will Loverson get a handle the ball? I don't think he did. He got a horrible bounce, and the ball bounced truly, and the Devils get another.
Oh, you got a feel for him there. If he doesn't hunt the ball and it bounces on its point and rushes through, he doesn't get there, so he has to hunt it, and then he cops that.
Yeah,
have a look at that on the replay. That's cruel. Yeah.
Footy's a cruel game, isn't it, Trav? And Loverson couldn't get a touch on it. It goes through. Darley get back-to-back goals. 6-2-38. Trails 8-5-53.
It wasn't pretty, but it does the job for the Devils, and it works out in the end. So this is the response we've been looking for, boys, and it's worked out well.
We'll get back underway here at the City Oval. 2 goals apiece to start this term. Riding left it behind, and Baker, who's just starting to work his way into the contest, coughs it up as McCallum hacks off the deck towards half forward. Loaded with the handball, gave it off there towards a teammate as they go in towards the left forward pocket and towards the one-on-one and quick, and Z Stratton wins it this time. Got off there to Cadman. High ball will go down the line as off the footy. Trav, you spotted a bit of push and shove.
Yeah, it's just quick again.
Z Stratton was terrific.
Few into him.
And the over-the-shoulder resultant free kick, call it as the ball went to outer centre wing, will go Darley's way. Gee, was good in a one-on-one there, Z Stratton. Unlikely looking type, but of course, quick with all the credentials. It's a terrific battle as Duncan Cadman lopes away and goes down the line. It's a narrow ground here at City Oval, despite what it looks. It's only a metre or so broader than Mattingly Park, the home of the Coppers. Ground ball, stoppage, ball up. Attacking side of centre wing, outer side of the ground for the Devils, who trail by 15 points. 11-minute mark, third term.
Umpire gets back underway, neutrally down towards the boundary line. McCallum went this time. Handpass was shoveled out towards Azapati. Ball locked between him and Leonard. In the end, Leonard able to extract, gives it off there towards Lamb. High kick will go towards half forward. Big fist to bring it to the ground was by Glover, who just slapped it over the shoulder in the advantage. A quick stolen there by Cadman. The right foot kick is wide and out in the full. And again, North Ballarat able to get the ball to ground inside their attacking half and creates chaos. Darley unable to clear cleanly. An opportunity for Loader now to go from true centre wing.
Yeah, he's tried hard today, Duncan Cadman. Just lacked composure on that one occasion. Tumbling kick from Fletcher. Loader went searching for Glover. The pressure from Bewley was enough to see it over the line for a boundary throw-in. 60 metres around from the North Ballarat goal. Darley 53, lead Darley 38, trail North Ballarat 53.
Sorry, Todd. What's been impressive with North Ballarat especially is just been that pressure and that swarming like bees mentality. It's worked beautifully for them.
As we get a ball in this time, Cadman doing some ruck work against the big man in Cramry. Got it down to Polkinghorn. The right foot kick will go inside 50, bouncing at the back. Opportunity for Z Stratton to knock it to his own advantage. Carey wearing him closely. Numbers favour the Devils. In the hands here of Page, the right man to have it deep in defence. High ball will be a tough one to mark for Ward. Did so well, did Ward there. Paid over the shoulder, copped a little bit of tension in the marking contest, but stood up strongly, and he'll be able to come off half back for the Devils.
Adam Azapati presented short, but he'll look to go long here, Ward. So kick went to one of the smallest men on the ground. Inglis, the bounce favoured Bewley, who was dispossessed. That was good pressure from North Ballarat. Hurry kick to their attacking 50. Brett over the ball, bailed up by Polkinghorn and Cramry. Whistle imminent, he'll come in and effect the ball up 50 metres out from the North Ballarat goal.
Good tackle there by Polkinghorn, who's been industrious this afternoon in the midfield for the Roosters. Cramry trying to take this one out of the air, couldn't quite gather. bees to a honeypot sort of stuff. As a quick kick there from Azapati. Didn't quite forward in the end. Did go the required journey. Quick hands will find Bewley. He gives off to Match Riccardi. Look away one at best will find Impey. An opportunity for Impey to take a bounce. The big fella looks inside 50. Goes long with the kick. Looking towards the top of the goal square. North Ballarat getting the numbers at the back. Lamb there first. Got an unkind bounce for Azapati tracking with him. And the Roosters, despite having what was 5-on-2 there, weren't able to exit, and the ball's locked up at the full forward position for the Devils.
Crammery all good there from that contest. He just got up. He's having a drink of water with the trainer, so he's fine.
And Darley with a rare moment, locked inside there. Forward 20, ball up, tap one by Impey. Johnson out of nowhere, off to the right, minor score.
He's got that mercurial nature, doesn't Will Johnson, and somehow got boots a ball there. Just couldn't get it between the two goalposts and the big sticks. We're back to what half-time margin it was. 14 points here at the City Oval as a short ball by Nash will find Sparkman. Off one step, he goes towards full back and finds Polkinghorn. So Riley Polkinghorn deep in his defence. We'll look to come broadcast side. We'll go back to Sparkman who gave it to him. So wax on, wax off sort of stuff inside D50. 4 possessions inside defence here, as they look now to exit long down the line. High ball towards pretty much true centre wing. Riding with the early fly. Brett from the side couldn't hang on. Reacting at ground level there. Was nice play by Leonard just to shovel it forward. Bewley, though, strong in the hips, got the handball away towards Ward. We might have coughed it up by hand as it goes towards halfback. Darley get numbers across. The right foot kick inboards, dangerous but effective. Cadman slides in and takes the mark in the defensive centre of the ground.
Terrific kick from Page to find Duncan Catman, who went wide and found Andy Azapati. Went along the line to half forward, looking for Duncan Catman, who kept running to half forward. Pressure from Nash was good, but he went along in the direction of Riley Matricati, but outpointing him was Loverson on the last line for North Ballarat, and he'll get the Roosters out of trouble.
It's a great one-on-one win there from Loverson as he goes high and long down the line. Big fly over the top, but in front, the mark should be paid to Cadman, who had first and last hands on it. So 65 from goal, can load up inside 50 once again for the Darley Devils. Cadman now called to go. Hits the hot spot with a kick. Bewley from the side!
Well done.
Captain's mark, Trav.
Yeah, and you pointed out Page's kick before. That's probably what they need more of. There was a bit high, it was a risk reward, but that kick that he punched in the middle of the ground was what started that forward thrust, and it's probably the cleanest they've looked going forward for a while.
Duncan Cadman's been terrific for the Devils. They've been seemingly under the pump for the most part this afternoon, the Devils, and Cadman's been the one who's really stood up amid the pressure.
You're right there, Toddy, and Brett Bewley, he called it well there with the captain's mark. Contested grab inside 50, not necessarily his forte, shows he's got all the tricks in the book, and what he does so well is capitalises on the score sheet. The Devils get 3 in a row here.
8 points.
They move to 7-3-45, North Ballarat 8-5-53. An 8-point ball game here live at the City Oval.
Yeah, great call, Sammy. So 7 individual goal kickers for the Devils. Brett Bewley, Andy Azapati, Billy Myers, Mace Cousins, Joel Cadman, Will Johnson and Darcy Matricati. Of course, 6 of those 7 in the top 50 BFNL goal kickers for season 2023. Of course, Mace Cousins, the other goal scorer for the Devils for the afternoon. Missed plenty of footy at Geelong.
Game on here this afternoon at the City Oval. McCallum takes it the right, goes towards centre half forward. Double fisted there, only found Leonard. Left foot raking kick towards the top of the goal square. Glover's got the sit, and he's got it for the instant response. Knew where the drop zone was. The kick from Leonard was a beauty. It was to his advantage on the fat side. He marks, and Glover to respond instantly and restore the halftime lead of 14 points will line up from 25 out.
This is super crucial now for the Roosters just to hold a bit of momentum because Darley have been coming hard in this third term.
They kick the last 3 in the match, have the Devils, and Glover to respond. Comes in, keeps it low as he always does, and punches it through the big sticks. North Ballarat restore a 14-point lead, 9-5-59, leads 7-3-45.
It's the magic of 6-6-6 there, boys. Just that way of getting the clearance, able to get the footy out, Trav. It works beautifully.
Yeah, it does. I agree with you. They really needed that because I get the feeling Darley's about to start scoring more freely than they have throughout the day. So, as well as North's defender, they're going to have to continue to score at their end.
Yeah, the beneficiaries of that spoil from Z Stratton, while it was defensively sound, just fell into the hands of North Ballarat, resultant goal. At the restart, Myers might have cut one over the shoulder, agreed, said the umpire. So while Loverson's going in to give McCallum a spell in the ruck, it'll be Myers with ball in hand. He's been quiet by his standards today. North Ballarat will like that. He goes to out a half forward. Young had to stop and prop under it. Fire the hair pass out to Inglis, who ran to 50. This will get to the goal square, 2-on-1. Let it stuck in the middle. Spore from Darabin was good. Fell into the hands of Joel Cabin, who's ushered over the line for a boundary throw-in adjacent to the Darley behind post.
Starting to look a lot sharper going forward, aren't they? More threatening.
That outside game just starting to come to the forefront, Trav. Inglis, Young, Bishop, they'll all get involved. They'll use their leg speed and they'll attack the defensive top of the goal square. Deep entry here for Darley. Results in a ball in. Impey doing the ruck work, resting down there. Ball spills at the back. Arts with the pressure, brings it to ground. And in the end, it looks like another ball up. This is going to be a result this time, about 35 out from goal.
Good news for the Devils. Mace Cousins back on the ground. 25 metres out from their goal. There'll be a ball up. It's the sole North Ballarat defender in the Darley goal square. Tap one by Impey. They need it. Clearance here. Denham couldn't gather. Wanted the free. Denied by the umpire. Troon under pressure. Grubby kick. They'll want deliberate, but he's been paid down the ground.
Ouch.
Pushed as he kicked. And it'll be a resultant free kick to Sam Arts right in front of us here on half-back for North Ballarat. Broadcast side, it's North Ballarat who lead by 14 points. Tick over 19 minutes gone, third term.
Arts loads up the end of the line with the high ball. Glover from the back. Couldn't take the mark. McCartan, great rove, but then the kick, well, a rare blemish from him is out on the full.
Gee, Quick got goal side there. If McCartan got enough purchase across the body there, Quick was out.
That's what they do, those North Ballarat forwards. Jamie Quick particularly, you know, it's the Collingwood style in the AFL. The forwards press up high and they cheat at the back, and Quick was out to the races if that kick had bent back, as you said so well, Todd.
So it'll be Myers with ball in hand. Goes along the line. Impey's got two to beat. Went early, went over the head of all and sundry, but North Ballarat have got numbers through Lovis, and he couldn't gather. Impey's pressure was good at ground level. He'll be happy to get it out of bounds. He did well, the big fella. And the Western Jets ruckman up against the big man and the experience of Cam McCullum for the most part of the afternoon. Will enjoy squaring that away. And a 1%er for the big fella. It'll be Lovison and Myers to contest as Impey lopes forward against his opposing number 40 of Hobbs. So it'll be Myers and Lovison to compete this ruck. Jewel Myers with strength. Hand pass the advantage of Denham. Needs to be quick. Bailed up, managed to get away by hand. Quick hand past the Bishop, who found Joel Cabin on the left, goes across the face and through for a minor score.
Again, bit of pace on the footy there from the Devils, almost reaping the rewards. A minor score this time, left foot kick, as you said so well. Todd just drifted across the face of goal. Sparkman will bring the footy back in. Time on, third term action here, live in the 2023 Grand Final at the City Oval. Plays on, looks to come broadcast side. Kicks towards Hobbs, the tallest man, maybe pushed underneath it, and the umpire says in over the shoulder. Free kick nevertheless. It'll go the way of the veteran Ryan Hobbs, two-time premiership player with the Roosters, has it, seeking his third premiership since coming out of retirement midway through the season.
Yeah, much to Adam Azzopardi's disappointment. Free kick there every day of the week, infringing on Hobbs, so he'll go along the line towards Glover. He's got a couple to beat. Oh, if you don't mind, Glover will wheel onto the left boot, lower the eyes. The squaring kick was terrific and found Fletcher Loader on half forward. Broadcast side got Glover, who ran around to get the handball received. Denied by Loader. Told to play on by the umpire. Kicks to the danger zone. Players set themselves. Two Devils up. Nobody down. Can they get it through? They'll try and hustle it out through Page. He'll come broadcast side. Polkinghorn's got his name all over it. And he took a nice mark and will send North Ballarat back into attack.
So Polkinghorn with it just outside 50. Waits for the options to hit towards the square. Pulls the kick in that direction. Opportunity for the high flyers again, and Glover brings it to the ground, but old Darley at the fall of the pack. Young handball at the top. Inside towards Myers. We'll go to the right foot kick into the middle of the ground, but nobody home. Numbers with the Roosters. Opportunity for Lamb to get it first. Gathers, stops, props, and looks to go Lashley inboard. Finds the target in Lovison. Gives it off there to a Sparkman running past as he goes inside 50 with the kick. Trying to take the mark up top there was Arts. There's Stratton with the crumb. High ball, diving, slips catch mark. Taken there by Mace Cousins, who's taking a nice grab in just centimetres in from the line.
Yeah, much needed mark there for the Devils on half-back. Not out of trouble yet. They trail by 13 points. Tick over 22 and a half minutes gone. He wheels onto that left boot, gets it to half forward, and Bishop presents. He does a lot of non-reward running, but he gets some reward on this occasion with a mark present, albeit uncontested. An important one at that. So way up the options, been so accountable behind the ball today, North Ballarat. So he goes wide into the pocket. North Ballarat have got numbers. Grand ball somehow. Myers Shark went forward and found Joel Cadman, who can wheel around and went for a squaring kick out in the Matricati direction. Riley Polkinghorne was terrific. Darcy Matricati indecisive. Ball spills out. Opportunity here for might have been as a party it was, dispossessed by Ryan Polkinghorne. Tumbling defensive kick. Devils defence nearly made a meal of it. Cadman gathered, went to Adam as a party, back to Cadman, dispossessed, ground ball, take a breath. There'll be a ball up attacking side of the middle of the ground for Darley.
Geez, hot footy there, boys, and the Roosters held on there because in that space, Matricati was out, so the Devils were on.
Yeah, two-way running there from Polkinghorne. He's been done it at both ends today and got a handy hand in there. Frantic stuff there, well called there by Todd Whelan as we get back underway here with a quick clearance towards centre half forward, bouncing ball, Quicks led to it. Numbers will favour Darley at the back. Page draws the man, goes by hand, off the Ward, right foot kick towards centre wing. Unable to mark this time was Bewley. At ground level, Troon first to react, goes inside with the hand pass, Loader, sharp ball, gave it off to McCartan. Right foot kick, we go inside, 50, and he's got the mark.
Yeah, Brett Bewley will be disappointed with that. It was an uncharacteristic error. There was plenty on the ball, though, plenty of heat, plenty of speed and weight on the kick. But just went through his hands, and rebound has ended up in the hands of Glover, who's looked dangerous for the most part in the front half for North Ballarat this afternoon, and a chance to go back and kick goal number 3.
So Glover directly in front. Beautiful kick at the Sharon. Has been influential, particularly with his marking this afternoon. And directly in front to make it a 20-point lead. He comes in with that left foot kick. It's umpire just said it missed to the right-hand side for a mile score. So he almost shaped it for a big one between the big sticks. But 15 points your margin, 25 minutes played here in the third term.
You ever seen that movie, Waiting to Exhale? Well, it was every bit on that kick from Glover. Minor score. Devils breathe again. It'll be Bewley. He'll lope away to broadcast side with a bounce as Glover presents. Not before Bewley can negotiate by foot in the Myers direction. There's Cousins again with a contested mark. Terrific. Wastes no time. Lobs it over the top to Denham. But as a party needs a favourable bounce. Needs to be clever here, and he was. Got rid of it. Denham, no space. Will get it out. Boundary throw in half forward broadcast side.
Tackling pressure again, just enough to stop Darley from getting out when they looked out.
It was Carey, the man that almost got a hand in there, and you said it well there, Trav. Just the pressure, the perceived pressure on the ball carrier has been highly watched this afternoon in the 2023 Grand Final as we get the ball back in the field of play. McCallum pushed it away there by Johnston, and he sends it towards full forward. Fisted away there by Loader, who's in defence here against Myers, locked up 35 from goal.
Did a lot right, Myers there, Trav.
He did, he halved it. I think they've looked a lot better this quarter with Page behind the ball, Darley, but they've still scored a couple of times, so.
Shallow entry inside 50 for the Devils. It'll be McCallum and Impey. Impey won that tap. His follow-up work was okay. Ground ball opportunity. Swarm of players around the footy. Deep in time on in this third term, the umpire will come in and effect a whistle 30 metres out from the Darley goal.
What's interesting as well, guys, Sparkman's been playing the loose down back for the Roosters in this third term, so interesting ploy there from McCartney and the team.
Back on the way, 30 from goal, one there by McCallum, Polkinghorne, wrapped up immediately by the Baker tackle. As we've had a third stoppage repeat inside forward 50 here for Darley. They'll look for the Smalls to get on the move here, the likes of Bishop, to maybe draw a free kick or get boot to ball, as the knockdown was, well, Baker's tried to hack it from the boundary line and send it out in the full.
Not sure what he was trying to get out of that. Just a boundary throw in would have been enough.
A little bit low percentage.
So it'll be Polkinghorne with ball in hand. Chance to exit here for North Ballarat, who hang in. 27.5 minutes gone, third term. They lead by 12 points. He's well on his way to his 30 possession average per game. Gets it beyond the defensive 50. McCallum in front, couldn't take the mark. Glover's hand pass went in between two North Ballarat players. Finally, loose ball, fell into the hands of Bewley, high up and under kick. Impey got a spoil. North Ballarat have got numbers around the footy. Darley managed to hold it in. Expect a whistle. There it is. There'll be a ball up 40 metres out from the Darley goal.
Late stages of the third term here. A goal to Darley would be gold going to the final break. One down by McCallum. Polkinghorn held up in the Cadman tackle. Then did he have time to get rid of it? Umpire Adrian nearly lets it roll on as the ball spills out in the tackle in the end. At the 28-minute mark, we'll have another ball up inside 50.
Looked like he was a bit blindsided there, so it's always a tough one to get right.
Would have been a hot whistle, of course, if you had called it, though, in the dying embers of the third term.
Yeah, glasses won't make a difference. It's that big yellow thing in the sky. Ball up, grabbed out of the ruck by McCallum, ushered forward, dispossessed. Umpire let it go. Nash wanted a high. Good umpiring as he seemed to flop forward, bracing for contact. Correct decision by the umpire, and there'll be a ball up, 40 metres out from the Darley goal.
North Ballarat continuing to absorb the pressure inside D50, and now it spills out to Arts. Right foot kicks into territory more than anything. Big spoil there by Lahore. As a party threw it away, umpire called play on. Remarkably, in the end, all ends well for North Ballarat. Quick kick by Arts. So Stratton got it to ground, has the numbers, and got a good block there from Page. So from defensive side of centre wing, he goes laterally. A nice kick finds his target. Page will run past from Azapati, give the hand pass. From centre half back, he kicks towards the outside. Aiming to wait was Matricardi. He was able to take the mark at the highest point. Goes inside 50, was looking for Bewley. But the big man, McCallum, backing back, takes a defensive mark.
Yeah, big fella saves the day. Brett Bewley was just waiting for the overhead. So he'll rebound as the Devils push here at City Oval. He goes to the outer side of the ground. Centre wing target, ground ball, grabbed by Lovis, and they've got numbers around the ball here. North Ballarat, can they extricate? They can through riding and Drew. The man missed the target in the end. Somehow Darley got a boot to ball. Leonard took the mark as the siren sounded for three-quarter time here. And it's North Ballarat 9-5-59 who lead Darley 7-5-47. They led by 1 point at quarter time, 14 at the half, and they now lead by 12 at the final change, the Roosters.
And the Roosters goal kickers are as follows. Cranberries kick 3, and a couple to Quick and Glover, with singles to Riding and Riley Polkinghorn. Whilst for Darley, it's all individual goal kickers this afternoon thus far. Bewley as a party of the Andy Variety. Myers, Mace Cousins, Joel Cadman, Will Johnston, and Daniel Matricardi. Darcy Matricardi, sorry.
It's an interesting third term there, guys. You'd say North Ballarat walking into it being more confident. It'd be interesting to see what Darley can do in the final term in terms of just making sure they don't get too sucked into that contested play and try and get the space. Because when they had the space out, we saw Bewley literally step up and get that bullet of a pass going, Trav.
Yeah, for all the good work that quarter, they've only knocked 2 points off the margin, and it's an interesting one with Page. Like, I thought he was really good behind the ball that quarter, which is his strength. He sort of played there, loose and Sparkman Norths, but you can see how good he is when he gets the footy. You probably want that a little bit higher. So does DJ put him back to a wing, or does he leave him at half back? Because they've got to win the game from here. It's they're going to have to find a little bit more. Unless North's pressure drops off, it's hard to see how they get through consistently. So. It's interesting too, just watching Zastratton a fair bit off the ball there with Quick. The amount of work that Zastratton does before the ball comes, it's a really good lesson for anyone, young kids just watching the footy, because you can't see it on the screen, but he does so much work off the ball before it even comes into their area.
Game's on as knife edge here. Don't go anywhere. Live at the City Oval in the 2023 Grand Final. It's a 12-point margin the way of North Ballarat. We'll be back for the final turn action soon here live in the McDonald's Ballarat Football Netball League.
The McValue Bundle at Macca's. A choice of your favourite burgers, together with fries and drinks for just $26.95. Did we just find something the whole family can agree on?
Push buttons to park magically.
Last year at the Monopoly game at Macca's, I won a car. This car.
I won the $10,000 shopping voucher, and I got some handbags for myself.
I won a $1,000 e-gift card.
Me too.
And me too. I went in for a sneaky snack after midnight.
I won the ultimate camping set.
And I won a $2,500 voucher.
Play the Monopoly game at Macca's. Winners are everywhere.
different if your two's winning the tennis round. Different story. But when you've got one of both there, you would. At the same time, I just paid your first hour or so. Everyone goes to it, not but it's just not the same.
Welcome back for the final term this afternoon in the 2023 Grand Final in the McDonald's Ballarat Football Netball League. Sam Young, Todd Whelan, Patrick Morrow, Travis Hodgson bringing all the action live from the City Oval today. And Pat, you were down listening to what would be the final address of Dan Jordan for season 2023. What did he have, DJ, to say to the Chargers?
Well, if DJ wants to be an oracle, I highly recommend it because, boy, oh boy, he got me having a bit of goosebumps there. He just said to them, boys, time to show your fight, time to show some swagger in it and take it on because they're a chance. He said they're an absolute chance to win this game. It's only a 13-point margin. You know, in this modern day of football, a 2-goal lead is not much, as we know. Even 5 goals isn't, and there's enough time to do it. So that's what he really said. What was interesting was I saw the stats board. They're losing the clearances 38-26. So I don't know if Darley's lost that battle a bit, which is surprising, given how good that midfield can be all through the year.
And Trav, you've been in this situation before as a premiership coach in this competition. What would be the message if you were Brendan McCartney to his Chargers?
Just to find another 30 minutes of the same, really. Like I feel like Darley need North's help to win this. I feel like Darley's good enough to get through them, given the opportunity if North leave the door ajar. But I think if North can continue to, as Paddy just said, win clearance, which they've obviously done for the day, if they continue to have pressure and contain Darley, not let them to the outside and set up well behind the ball, they'll be hard to beat.
We're ready for the final term here live from the City Oval. And to get us underway will be Todd Whelan.
Centre bounce, final quarter of the year. Tap one by McCullum. Polkinghorn send North Ballarat into attack. They've done it in all of the opening 4 quarters. Oh, Cousins caught one high and a chance to rebound for the Devils. So, yeah, North Ballarat have gone 3-3-3 in all of their 3 quarters to date. On the goal front, the Devils have gone 3-1-3. 14-point difference separates the two sides.
Cousins kick to the outside. Intercepted nicely there by Leonard, who takes it on the attacking side of centre wing and can send North Ballarat into attack. Long raking left foot kick will go inside 50. From the side, almost the mark there to Bromley Lynch. At ground level, handball off the Polkinghorn from the boundary line. Kick was always near side, and in the end, it just scraped through for a blemish. A minor score makes it a 15-point ball game. It's 9 goals, 7-61. North Ballarat lead Darley 7-4-46.
The Devils will have to have their highest scoring quarter of the afternoon to get it done, as Brett just brings the ball back into play. Oh, Cadman dropped it, opened the door for North Ballarat. Here come the reinforcements. The umpire says, I'll have it, and there'll be a ball up. So some nervous moments. So a free kick paid to Cadman, so a let off for the Devils.
Yeah, huge let off there after Cadman left the door slightly ajar with the drop mark. He makes amends and wins the free kick with the high wobbly kick out of the fence. Inglis in front, couldn't hang on this time. Ball in dispute, big tackle applied there by the Devils. Ball comes out the forefront and a handball by Impey's good. We'll find Myers. Takes a bounce as Billy Myers from 60. Hits the hot spot with the kick. Bouncing balls right to the line. Loverson elected to keep it in with the tap towards Loader. Now Johnston. Did he get one high? Umpire on the spot said yes. And free kick will go the way.
That's what they need more of once they got the ball to the outside. That was dangerous, Darley, wasn't it?
They took the game on, Sammy.
So an opportunity here for the Mercurial one, if you will. Will Johnson become their first mobile goal kick of the afternoon, tucked in the left forward pocket. Couple steps around the corner, you think it coming up here for a snap, and the perfect start to buck the trend of what's been goals to start every term pretty much for North Ballarat.
They've gotten good at these players, haven't they? I really miss these. I'm going to jinx him on you, Todd.
Johnson, right foot snap, is good. Opening goal, the final term goes the way of the Devils. 8 goals for 52. Trails 9-7-61.
Just shows you how crucial kicking goals are. North Ballarat missed that shot down that side of the ground, and then Darley able to push the footy as they do all day, and it's worked out well for them. And you know, it's funny how we say moments, and it's funny how these things work out in the end.
Crucial goal to the Devils in the opening 3 minutes. They're back within 9 points here at City Oval. as Will Johnson becomes the first Devils multiple goal scorer of the afternoon at the restart. McCullum dropped it. Umpire let it go. Through traffic went Bewley. Got it to his partner there in Baker, who hustled the ball to ground. Bailed up by Leonard. There'll be a ball up in the middle of the ground here.
So secondary ball to restart here after the Johnson goal to kickstart the final term. McCullum neutrally down. Got it to his normal target man in Polkinghorne, who's got it wrapped between a few players, and in the end the ball spilled out in the tackle at the last moment. Riding dives in, going nowhere. And at the 3.5 minute mark, another ball up to restart here, the fourth and final term of the 2023 season in the McDonald's Ballarat Football Netball League.
McCullum been mighty in the ruck, won that tap when searching for Brumley Lynch, cut off by Page, who's been important for the Devils. Dumped as he kicked, penetrating one at that in the Myers direction, and it knocked away from him. North Ballarat have been so solid. Nervous kick out boundary side. Troon did well to keep it in. Riley Matricati, the pursuant, ran into a brick wall. A roadblock, if you will, and the umpire will come in and effect the ball up. True centre wing broadcast side.
Interesting. Even though Darley are trailing, they've played Mace Cousins as the player behind the ball. Obviously going to use it as an offensive weapon. He's such a good user of the ball. Try and get him to set up their chain off half back.
Yeah, use that left foot and change the angle a little bit from the fences. McCullum, first tap, wins it down this time. Denham, maybe got one in the back. Umpire says no. As we're just the right of attacking wing, centre wing here on the broadcast side, 4.5 minutes.
So at the restart, it'll be Impey and McCullum. Tap one by McCullum, searching for Polkinghorne. Young cop one high. Umpire blinded by 3 or 4 players. There'll be a ball up, centre wing broadcast side. But a good game today. Devils within 9 points, tick under 5 minutes into this final term.
Leonard trying to come through, wrapped up in the tackle. McCullum by hand gave it back to a teammate who was going nowhere. As the arm wrestle of the afternoon continues, it's had contested footy galore, finals intensity, played on the terms of North Ballarat. Can they close it out here as it's knocked down once again? Leonard first to extract, by hand to Riding, left foot kick to
Cousins.
go. Yep, Cousins is the man in the hole. Take the mark at centre half back and look to go quickly with the left boot across the ground.
And found Duncan Cadman, so he'll continue with that trend to the outer side of the ground, and found Azapati, and the kick didn't let him down. Found Mitch Ward on half back. So he's got Cousins in the middle if he wants him. Page giving him some direction as the umpire tells him to play on. So he went wide with the dump kick. Paul one at that. And it'll be might be Scally with ball in hand on half back for North Ballarat.
Yeah, an important 1-1 win there for the Roosters as he goes long down the line. Bromley Lynch, TBL, nice grab. Just the attacking side centre wing will play on. Go long inside 50, into the pocket, looking for Glover. Capman did well this ball, Riding at ground level, gave it off by hand. Loader back to Riding. Left foot kick on the goal face is coming back and hits the woodwork. Hearts in your mouth sort of stuff as it goes through for a minor score, and Page plays on quickly.
Waste no time at a second bounce. Runs to the defensive 50. Penetrating kick. Devils need some legs. Young presents in front. Defensive pressure again. Sound from the North Ballarat boys. Speak of Scally. True not far away. Polkinghorne with the backup. Speak of Ryan on that occasion. And there'll be a boundary throw in, attacking side of centre wing broadcast side for North Ballarat.
6.5 minutes played in the final term. McCullum takes front position and wins it down. Well picked up there by Baker. Handball into space more than anything. Unkind bounce for his teammate, and Polkinghorne coming through. Had his head ripped off. And he'll be able to go from true centre wing for North. So Riley Polkinghorne has had the ball on the string throughout season 2023. 30 touches a game on average. And the right foot kick will go inside 50, looking for a quick. Alexis tried to not take the mark as he wrestled and jostled Zastratton. And Glover coming through is taken over the line. We'll get a ball in. 30 up from goal, inside 50 for North Ballarat.
Bit of experience from Glover just to take possession and just carry it over the line for a stoppage. 25 metres away from the North Ballarat goal here. This forward 50 entry, all important. They lead by 10 points, North Ballarat. Near 7.5 minutes gone, final term. Throw in. The big Glover in front. The spoil at the back was good. Troon gathered cleanly. Squarey kick, an old-fashioned torp to open space. Foot race on in earnest. Bouncing ball. Can Cousins keep it in? He can't. And it trickles over the line for a boundary throw-in. 20 metres around from the North Ballarat goal.
That's a win there for the Roosters. Able to lock the football in now, get another stoppage. Hopefully something will pop out this for them.
10-point lead. Almost 8 minutes played in the final term. Shallow throw-in will favour Leonard doing the ruck work in front. Page with the tackle will hold things up, 30 from goal. Still not time to panic for Darley. 10 points is only the margin. Couple kicks in footy, easy to come by as Pat alluded to at the final term break. Crammery trying to bust his way through. Hand pass on hands and knees. It was more towards space than anything from the Devils. Diving in was Carey. Trying to show out the hand pass. Umpires picked out a hold and a free kick's going to go the way of North Ballarat. It was Jack riding off the back of the pack who was wrapped up. No, sorry, it wasn't. It's going to go the way of, looks like it might be Loader over there with the footy.
So Loader with ball in hand with an important kick on goal here. No, it's not Loader. Fletcher, in fact, it is, yep. So Fletcher Loader with ball in hand. Of course, Fletcher and Harry playing today. North Ballarat family name. Right foot kick. How's the accuracy? The crowd like it. Did he get the journey? I think he's got it. Loader kicks a goal. And North Ballarat get their 10th. And it's back to a 16-point ball game. North Ballarat 10-8, 68 lead. Darley 8-4, 52. Tick over 9 minutes gone, final term.
It's a big kick. Grammer's just hobbled off too. He's getting some work done on his lower leg.
Of course, had his injury concerns throughout the journey in season 2023. Stu Crammery, but it's a premiership light kick on goal there from Loader. Tucked against the boundary line. Had every right to go near side, but went right between the big sticks and make it a 16-point ball game here live at the City Oval.
What an equation for Dan Jordan with the Magnets. Can they extricate the Devils? They can with a running bounce through. Andy has a party from half forward. Goes to the danger zone. Players set themselves. Grab ball opportunity. Hewlett favour. Sparkman fired the hand pass out. High, dangerous kick. Darley. Right.
Well done.
Game saving mark. Inside their defensive 50. Skews the kick, but it got to Brumley Lynch on the bounce. Onto the left foot, went off the side of his boot. He'd like that again. Cadman had to be quick. Speak of Joel. Found Page. Got it to Z Stratton. Went along the line to a 3-on-1. 3 up for North. No one down. But their pressure on the ball was good, but too high, said the umpire. It's going to go against Z Stratton for a fend-off. It'll go against Matricardi for a fend-off. It'll go the way of Durban.
So Durban, the youngster, will have it at halfback. Still eligible for the under-17s, if you don't mind. Gives us off the Sparkman with the high ball towards true centre wing. Big pack of players, and the ball hits the turf. Hand pass was partially smothered there by Loader as it spills out. McCallum, the big fella, got down low. Glover, just underground hand pass, only found the Devils. Inglis out the front to Matt Riccardi. Inboard towards Denham. Has to be quick. Leonard goes over top to no one in particular, as Bewley was maybe the target. Polkinghorn coming through, probably didn't have the footy. Umpire says no free kick, and now says holding the ball as the ball hasn't come out.
They're almost tackling and pressuring their way to a flag, aren't they? They just won't let Darley have any room.
Darley will take that result and free kick through Darren Leonard. Tick over 11 minutes gone, final term. He goes short, the kick's okay to Page, who's been good. He and Duncan Cadman. Couple of Darley's best today. Page lowers the eyes and found Duncan Cadman. Outside 50. A good kick of the ball. This would take his best. He takes a bit off the clock. Page presents around the outside. But he's going to have a deliberate shot on goal here. See how he goes. Kicks it into the man on the mark. Can you believe it? Second effort was okay. Managed to extricate by hand to Duncan Cabin. High up and underhand pass. North Ballarat got numbers through Troon. Riding dispossessed. Ground level ball. Denham knocked it forward. Page went to ground. So too Leonard wanted the trip and or in the back. Denied by the umpire. And there'll be a ball up 40 metres out from the Darley goal.
Midway through the final term, Trav, I'll ask you the question, what time is there a time when you go to full safety, or is it just a feeling as a coach in this sort of situation?
Yeah, I think it's more a feeling.
As Young's unable to get the footy out as he's brought the ground in a gang tackle.
North's been so good, I think they need to just keep playing, really.
Keep playing, keep absorbing the pressure, keep creating clearances and stoppages. Inside the fence, Myers went early, McCallum wins it down. Maybe lucky to be paid for the block in the ruck contest. Sometimes see the umpires picking that one out as he protect the space. In the end, another stoppage is what will result. This time, about 40 metres out, 12.5 minutes played into the final term in the 2023 BNFL Grand Final.
All important forward half moments here for Darley. Tap one by McCullum. Grand ball opportunity here for Baker. Will it sit for him? Got it one high, umpire, let it go. Hurry kick out of the congestion from True. Went to a 2-on-1. Glover somehow gathered ball. Hand pass was clever. Found Loader, who got it over to Fletcher. Loader, tumbling kick to an open forward line. Quick's got the speed. Duncan Cadman's got the defensive nows. Quick did terrifically well on 2 to halve the contest. And there'll be a ball up 35 metres away from the North Ballarat goal.
That was excellent play there from Quick, just to hold the football in, make sure they're able to get they get the stoppage now inside 50. They'll get the players in board and it'll work well.
Yeah, they drag the footy back in there and create the stoppage as well. Picked up by you there, Pat, as we're back on the way. Loader and Cadman doing the ruck work. Riding, slung to the turf. Umpire said all fair. Ball up, 30 from goal. Baker doing the tackling on this occasion. It's been quiet for his illustrious standards. The runners up in this year's Henderson medal. Will be one of the catalysts for a Devils comeback from here as Glover took it out of the ruck, tried to get the handball away. Umpire waves play on. Now it comes free. Purely got it away to Young. Tucked on the arm, coughed up the hand pass. And Bromley Lynch is going nowhere as North Ballarat continue to lock the footy inside attacking 50.
Just containing Darley with their tackling pressure.
They've just done enough all day, North Ballarat. They've been terrific. With your ball up in their front half. Joel Cadman into the ruck, bounced off his head, call it a Falcon. Fell into the hands of Young, swing and a miss by the boot. The dangerous riding got it. Check side kick, bouncing ball. Off, cross the face. Through for a minor score. Duncan Cadman might have got a fingertip on it, but who knows? It would have went down to the wire. The goal umpire in the best spot. But the decision made easy by it going across the face, and Matthew Brett will bring the ball back into play. They trail by 17 points, the Devils.
Interesting how brave Brett is. He goes to the outer side with the kick this time. Backing back the mark is taken at full stretch. It's an opportunity here for Darley to go from half-back.
Duncan Cadman again.
He's been one of the best this afternoon, number 18, with a high ball towards true centre wing. McCallum with the biggest man in the pack. He flies and gets a fist towards the boundary line. Big tackle applied there by Arts to lock things up. And in the end, the ball virtually opposite from our broadcast position, 150 metres away. Midway through the final term, we'll get the ball up.
Riding probably best on, boys, in all seriousness. He's been excellent, courageous mark. Nearly had that awesome shot on goal. He's really turned it around for the Roosters.
McCallum not far away either. Won that tap, only as far as Bewley. Tried to keep it in for Baker. Fumbled it over the line, and the North Ballarat faithful letting him know about that. The 1 and 2 in the Hendo finish, not being able to extricate. Boundary, space, beat them all. There'll be a throw-in out of side half forward. Just how Darley can get 3 unanswered in 15 minutes, I'm not sure they can. Boundary throw-in. McCallum again. Grand ball opportunity. Bacon presented. Went away from him. Young stride hard. Nash. Kick across the body, inside 50, shallow entry, how will it sit? Loader gathered cleanly, got it to Cramry, had a pot shot on it, went off the side of the boot, Darcy Matricardi. Got a terrible bounce, but fortuitously fell into the hands of Young. Slow hand pass to Cousins, got it back to Young, and they just tumble the kick forward. Good use of the body by Myers, needs to kick the goal, but went inboard by hand. Joel Cadman can run into an open goal.
Myers' ability to win a crucial one-on-one there against Sparkman was enormous. I'm with you, Pat. I think Riding, win, lose or draw from here. I reckon Riding's been the best player on the ground, the most influential.
Yeah, and that Cadman gets the second there, and we're going to get this grandstand finish that we expected to the 2023 season. We're at a 11-point margin as we're midway through the final term here in the grand final. Live at City Oval, 9-4-58 to 10-9-69. Cadman kicks his second. Game on here, boys, at the City Oval.
Definitely is. Sparkman, I think he felt that there was a free kick there for a push, so it was interesting how he kind of stopped in the play almost, and there was almost slow motion for the Devils. It worked out well.
So the highly important Billy Myers with the hand involved in that one. Been quiet for his standards, but an important touch in the crucial moments as we look to close this game here at the City Oval. One down there by Darley. Bishop left it behind. North Ballarat will get the clearance in the hands there of McCartan. Right foot kick towards half forward. Cramry the target, backing back. Page.
It's really courage.
He is just the ever reliable Shane Page. He never puts a foot wrong, and a wonderful mark backing back with the flight there.
Arguably Darley's best today. Page kicking to the middle. Bishop needed to be clean. He wasn't. His opposing number 16 Riding was there to square away the contest, and there'll be a ball up. Opportunities need to be taken by the Devils. As we enter the second half of this final turn, they trail by 11 points.
Taking the ruck there by the big fella in McCallum. Touched at the boot, so Ward will have to sit and wait and get rid of it quickly. Load up with the tackle, hold him up at half forward, and North Ballarat again with the arm wrestle. Just continue to apply the pressure. Tackle, tackle, tackle has been the focus by Brendan McCartney's men all afternoon as they lock the ball at half forward, and we go again. McCallum decisively wins it down to Riding, who was held to him immediately. Another stoppage is the result. Only a couple of seconds ticking off the clock this time.
Young's ready to launch on this wing if Darley can get it out to him. Troon's a little bit skinny on his wing.
Ball up half forward. McCallum again. We've said that so often today. Fletcher loader. Tackle taken to the ground by Impey, and there'll be a ball up on half forward. So still enough time for the Devils to pressure. 18 and a half minutes gone in this final term. North Ballarat lead by 11 points at the restart. Grabbed out of the ruck by McCallum. Been terrific. Hurried kick. Only went as far as Ward. Matt Riccardi got it to Bewley, who loped away onto the left boot, went out wide. Presenting there was Leonard. Off the hands there of the youngster there in Darwin. Ground ball. Darley won a free, denied by the umpire, and they'll come in and effect the ball up, attacking side of centre wing, out of side of the ground for North Ballarat.
Ball was virtually opposite from our broadcast position on the far side of the ground, about 150 metres away from this one as we approach time on in the final term here at the City Oval. Usually one down. Baker tries to extract. He's wrapped up. And another stoppage, says the umpire. On true centre wing on the outer side from our broadcast position. We'll go once again. One down by McCallum. Loader coming through. Tried to shove it at the hand pass. Well played there by Matt Riccardi, getting at the back. He broke one tackle. Could he break a second? Could he break a third? No, he couldn't. And he's gone. Holding the ball. Free kick will go the way of North Ballarat. A little momentum swing in the key moments there, as they'll be able to go into attack once again. Looks like through their vice captain in Brumley Lynch.
Yeah, their pressure has arguably been their best effort for the season as they go into attack. Love of the target, sets himself. Matthew Brett, beautifully read over the back, took a nice mark for the Devils. And wanted to go lateral, but a couple of North Ballarat players basically standing the mark there as the loose kick needed to be good. Myers Gather made it look better than what it was. Gave it to Dedham, half back, went out wide. The kick was okay and found Johnson, who's pushed up the outer centre wing. Played on it, went by Ander Bewley, who lopes onto that left boot. Went long, deep into attack. Bishop sets himself, didn't get a hand on it. Off hands, can Cousins keep it in? He tried, but he couldn't. And it went over the line for a boundary throw in, 15 metres around from the Darley goal.
It's a risky kick from Brett, but that's what's needed. That's got him from one end to the other, and I think when you past 20 minutes and you're still two goals down, they're going to have to start to take those risks.
In red time here in the grand final in the fourth term. One down by McCallum. Baker circling, couldn't quite gather. Big tackle applied by the veteran Hobbs. As the ball shuffled between a few players and now comes at the back. Appeals for insufficient attempt coming from the Devils. And they're going to get it.
And paid, yep. Bewley will be the resultant recipient of the free kick. So Shadow starting to impose. Mitch Ward wanted the ball on the attacking 50, but Bewley will kick it to the hot spot. Players present. Cadman the fly, off hands. Chance here for Inglis, couldn't gather cleanly. Page fired the hand pass out. Cremery with strength, took them on. Tackle, taken to the ground. Held to him, said the umpire. And there'll be a ball up 40 metres out from the Darley goal.
Yeah, great call by you, Todd. And Cremery did well just not let that footy out under the pressure. Could have been dangerous inside defensive 50. Early fly by Myers, but taken in the air by McCallum. This ball spills out. Peels for a high tackle, surely to the Devils. And now the umpire says you're gone. Skelly with the tackle. Sorry, Arts with the tackle. As Cousins thought he got one over the shoulder, didn't get the footy out. And as soon as that ball didn't spill free, the umpire had no choice but to say free kick Sam Arts inside defensive 50.
He goes to the outer side. Kick was okay, mid for Carey. Johnson did enough to provide some aerial distraction with the loose arm. And it went over the head of all. Bounced over the line for a boundary throw in. Attacking side of centre wing, outer side of the ground for Darley. Time ticking away for Dan Jordan's men. Near 22.5 minutes gone. Throw in. McCartan at the back. Tap one by Ippy. Ball thrown onto the boot there by Bewley with an up and under to a one-on-one. Cousins kept his feet. Who's at ground level? Inglis is one of those. Went searching to Cousins. He's on his left. Kick to the top of the square and Cadman's got it. Joel Cadman's taken a mark for Darley. 15 metres out from goal on a slight angle and a chance to narrow the margin to within 5 points. Near 23 minutes gone, final term.
Again, it's the class and the importance of Mace Cousins. That left foot kick towards the top of the goal square. Found the target in Cadman to come in for number 3. Oh, it's a grandstand finish here, ladies and gentlemen. Live at the City Oval. Cadman kicks his 3rd. Darley kicked their 10th. And it's 10-4-64 to 10-9-65.
Well, great play in the end there from the Devils. They were able to overlap the football beautifully, and it worked well. North Ballarat got caught out with a stoppage. I was going to say that they almost were working it out beautifully in terms of holding on, in terms of defence, but it just feels like to me the Devils have just got enough poise and quality that they might be able to overrun them here late in the final term.
Well, it's been rare that they've been able to get over the back at the start here. 5-point lead to North Ballarat. Centre clearance all important. Darley 64, trail North Ballarat 69. Near 24 minutes gone. Time ticking away. Still anybody's game. McCullum at the tap. Ground ball. Baker over it. Ran into a brick wall. That'd be McCullum, who's seemingly made out of bricks, the big fella. And there'll be a ball up right in the middle of the ground.
Still enough time here, though. Probably I'd say about 5 minutes with the amount of stoppages we've had in this final term. As McCullum tried to take out the ruck again. Baker with the hand pass. Was leg said by the umpire. So Luther Baker had an opportunity to send Darley into attack from the centre and the heart of the City Oval. Baker will have it. Called to go. So Luther Baker loads up on that left side. Goes inside 50. Looking for the tall timber. Arriving late. The mark is taken.
Johnson, you beauty!
The Mercurial one, Will Johnson again.
Been good, hasn't he? He's bobbed up at crucial times. Sort of had his moments, hasn't he?
Yeah, definitely. It's a fascinating space to see Will Johnson now. Yeah, he needs to take this shot and just take your time, relax, go back, kick the goal.
If it was only that easy.
Yeah, I know.
A great call at the top of the game, Sammy. Johnson, 10-possession player, X Factor.
And the live wire to put the Devils in front. Oh, the crowd did the work for me. Yes, the moans and groans and the silence says it's a minor score. A rare blemish from Darley, who've been so accurate on minimal entry this afternoon. 10-5-65 trails 10-9-69.
4-point ball game. Of course, North Ballarat winning the A-grade netball moments ago by just the 2 goals over the Devils. We've got a game on here. 4-point lead to North Ballarat. Tick over 25 minutes gone. The trusty boot of Ned Nash will bring the ball back into play. Gets plenty on the kick. Goes to outer side. The fly. Juggling attempt. Shark by riding. Hurried kick. Got plenty on it. To a 2-on-1. Z Stratton was strong, but North have got numbers. But not before Ward could lend the assistance and swung it onto the left boot. Can he avoid McCullum? He can't. Umpire's going to pay the mark to the big fella.
Very strong mark.
Yeah, he's probably been best for mine, boys. McCullum been terrific. He'll go short, and North Ballarat in no hurry. And your tip, boys, Jack Riding now has ball in hand.
So Riding with it. Defensive side of half back. Will do the sensible option unless he can find a short target and take his time and now load this one up. High ball towards true centre wing. Will allow access at its highest point for Cranberry. Couldn't mark weighing down. Good handball by North Ballarat's rush forward by Polkinghorn. Inside 50. Big 1-on-1. Z Stratton and Quick got rid of him. Left foot step is across the face and a minor score.
You get the feeling that would have iced it.
Yeah,
that probably would have been enough.
Definitely.
So Bewley a mile away to take the kick in. So it'll be Andy has a party on this occasion. 26.5 minutes gone. There'll be some nerves over this kick. He's going to go wide to a 2-on-1 here. Andy has a party. He runs away. They need to present here. He gets plenty on the kick. Cousins and Riley Matricati the target. Riley couldn't get onto it. Ground ball. Need to be strong here. The Devils. Bishop got it to Cousins. Pinged at the back by Hobbs. Game-saving tackle. And Hobbs will end up with bullied and the veteran.
Oh, well done by the veteran. The 2-time and maybe becoming a 3-time premiership player in this competition. Great tackle here on true centre wing on the broadcast side. His side leads by 5 points. He'll play on. go long and he'll fall inside 50. Shell entry at that from the side, almost the mark to Lahore. Coming through was Ward, got rid of the handball, so the umpire won't pin him as it's trapped between him, his legs, and McCartan. We'll play 27.5 minutes into the final term. The ball's at the right end for North Ballarat to lock it in their attacking half.
Ball up. Cramry won that tap, went boundary side. Didn't get enough on it. Sharkfire has a party, had more time than he thought, but kicked it across the body, somehow kept it in. Territory gained at that, 35 metres for his side. And there'll be a boundary throw in attacking side of centre wing, broadcast side for North Ballarat, who lead by 5 points, near 28 minutes gone, final term.
This is where the Devils look to the likes of Bewley and Baker to wrap around that trusty left side and open up the corridor. On the broadcast side, taken out the ruck there by McCallum. Knocked out of his hands by Baker, I thought, but the umpire said holding the ball, free kick. And now Luther Baker can, going to give it the free kick to Myers, who did the original tackling. So Billy Myers will play on. He'll look to go long as he can. High thumping kick towards half forward. Numbers will favour North in the air. Trying to take the mark there was Glover in defence. Led it through his grass. And the Matricati kick will go towards full forward. Bouncing ball is rushed through, but it hasn't gone through for a score. And we'll get a ball in.
Will Johnson wanted deliberate.
Yeah, so good luck.
Big call for the umpire. Deep in the game, so Darley into attack. They trail by 5 points, near 29 minutes gone. Boundary throw in, game on the line. What a finish, boundary throw in. McCallum, Leonard. McCallum grabbed it out of the contest. Swarm of players around the ball, top of the goal square. There'll be a ball up. Seconds tick away, 29 minutes gone, final term.
Look for Denham and Baker and those types that can kick off a step in this situation.
McCallum takes it at the ruck, show it at the hand pass. Polkihorn to get one in the back. Umpire on the spot says no, as he was rushed forwards at another stoppage. Only 20 metres out from goal also.
Ball up. Tap one by McCallum. Polkihorn goes to ground. Just lies over the ball. Swarm of players around it. Clock will stop. There'll be another ball up. 29.5 minutes gone, final term. Darley in attack. They trail by 5 points. Grand final on the line. Ground ball. Chance for Troon. Tackled. Ping. Held the umpire adjudicated. Holding the ball. Oh my goodness.
Who takes the kick? There's a lot of players there. Is it Bewley? Bewley wants it. Bewley's got the ball. He's
It's
had
going
to
to be
hand it
Billy
over.
Myers with ball in hand. So Billy Myers will have a shot on goal. 30 minutes final term, and a chance to put the Devils in front in an absolute nail-biting climax to the McDonald's Carlton Draft BFNL Grand Final here at City Oval.
In what could be the final kick on goal of the 2023 season, in the hands of Billy Myers. He comes in and pops it between the big sticks.
Right. If it wasn't Bewley, you wanted Myers. They're the two blokes you want taking that shot, aren't they?
Definitely there, Trav. That's a brave umpiring decision. I think it's a correct call and well done by the umpire playing and holding the ball. Very unlucky. Roosters now, they've got to have the perfect play. 6-6-6 comes into it now. This is where it could work wonders for the Roosters.
No more important goal for Billy Myers than his 50th in season 2023.
McCallum riding, Polkihorn all in there for the bounce. I thought Cramry might have popped in as well.
The time keeps ticking, but the scoreboard has halted, but now changed. The Devils in front. Fourth lead change of the game. Ball up, tap one by, we'll call it even. Ground ball, Baker over it. Swarm of players around the footy. And the siren sounds! Darley, a grand final winners! A third premiership in the last 15 years to get it done, and a stream of the Devils faithful sprint onto the middle of the City Oval to celebrate all as one in Dan Jordan's second year in charge. After a winless 2021, the Devils rise back to the top with a final kick, winning grand final finish from Billy Myers, and it's all about the black and white.
Oh, well said, Toddy, and well, one kick it came down to Billy Myers. I mean, he was 15-0 going to this one in season 2023 for the Devils and made it 16. And with the most crucial kick of the year, tough kick in any conditions, but with the premiership on the line to split the middle from there, wowee.
Heartbreak for North Ballarat. They were the best side for 3.5 quarters. Darley needed 3 goals from the 17-minute mark of that final term. We touched on that. They needed them to be unanswered, and they seemingly got it done. 16 scoring shots to Darley, 20 scoring shots for North Ballarat. Darley, they were kept for the most part under 70, but that magic number 71 got it done. Take a bow, Scoop.
Yeah, we're just watching the replay of the Myers goal, and just the passion from the Devils fans too when they're running the field. And I mean, it seems here at City Oval, and what a game, what a season, topsy-turvy one. We've seen it all, and it's so fitting that it came down to one final kick.
It is, and you do feel for North, because North were the better side for most of the day, but we always felt that if Darley could get enough ball on the outside, they had the talent, and one of those players we spoke about pre-game, Myers, has stood up and got it done. They've been the best side all year, Darley, really, behind Melton. They got Melton both times in the home and away. They got Melton in the final. They deserve to come in as the best side. And ultimately, they, with the way they were able to get over North in the end, they deserved their flag.
Patrick, let's rewind. Yeah. Ahead of the halftime siren, the quote was made, albeit, quick, unlawfully played on, and the result was right. But how, footy, what a game we thought. I wonder how that important, what that will mean for the context in the end result.
Yeah, thinking about that moment now, and then Myers kicking the goal, you almost think, wow, that does change the game in complex, because they'd be technically 3 goals in front if you think about it, hypothetically, and then be 2 goals in front with 2 minutes to go. So it'd be a different context in that space. Myers shots the goal. It's almost Dom Sheed-esque in that sense, so quite incredible. And it's a great effort from Darley. It's a great story for a football club. Those who won a flag since 2017 to now win it again. It's a great effort. Dan Jordan's put a great effort in this group, and hats off to him. While North Ballarat, you sit back and go, well, what could have been? They had their opportunities. Polkinghorne missed the shot. Quick almost had the dribbling goal. Some things just haven't gone their way in that final term, and in the end, Devils just too good. And sometimes the top team just finds a way, Trav, as they do.
Yeah, there was a few moments there. You mentioned the Quick one before half time, and then Glover had that shot late in the third, and then when Quick got Shashrat and Cold one out there, that one probably might have been enough as well. They couldn't get that next one they needed, and I agree with Dan Jordan. It's the 2 coaches for today's final. They're both so good. You got one's coached an AFL club at senior level and probably had a big role in that drought-breaking flag with the Dogs.
And also the Cats in 07,
yep.
Trav.
Yeah. And then you've got DJ, who's coached obviously his own VFL team at Essendon, and then an AFL line coach. So they're wonderful coaches.
But he's had a wretched run with grand finals, Jordan, not really shared in the build-up. But if you check out his interview at the bar in the Footy Record or online, his number one footy highlight was the 2002 premiership with St Bernard's in the VAFA. And Sam, you would have seen him in your time watching the Ballarat Football League. Him as a player, you'd reckon him at each point for his time as well, the super boot of the competition and Henderson medalist, might have been able to drag the Kangas over the line once.
Oh, that's exactly it. I mean, they came so close so many times with DJ at full forward, and was lucky enough to go to plenty of grand finals at this very ground that unfortunately didn't go the way of Dan Jordan. And today, a kick up, virtue on the siren from Billy Myers, goes the way of Dan Jordan, goes the way of Darley. 16 scoring shots to 20. Thought North Ballarat in all the KPIs probably ticked the boxes today, but comes down to who's in front at the end of the day. And midway through the third term, we got to about a 26-point margin at one point. We thought, have North just done enough, but they just couldn't quite capitalise on their ascendancy in the contest and get that final goal. We've alluded to it, as Glover alluded to with Quick. And now we've turned our attention as the players probably go through their final bits of who we think might get the medal this afternoon. I mean, we thought riding was fantastic for North Ballarat. Bewley had plenty of the footy, of course. But for mine, I go with the veteran. I go with Shane Page, the quarterback of that half-back line this afternoon. His importance, I think, for mine was the key difference in the game.
Your mate, Trav?
It's a tough one. There's no bigger fan of Page than myself, and obviously they've won now, but I thought riding was pretty good over the journey.
Yeah, McCullum was super in the ruck, and Riley Polkinghorne accumulated. They were very good for the most part. It was a terrific effort, heartbreak for North Ballarat. I mean, Darley, they did kick 7 of the last 9 goals of the game. So there's a story there. They did trail 52-26, and of course, yeah, so it was 8 goals 4 at one stage. So their 2 goals 6 finish to close out the game when they did double the Devils' score, as basically cost them in the end. Heartbreak, albeit just the 1 point. Tip from you, Paddy, for the
well, I think
medal.
I'll change my mind. I'd say it'd be Page, just because how excellent he was in that sense of playing off half-back and rolling it forward. You almost would be a brave man giving it to Riding. Losing grand final medals hasn't happened in a long time.
Well, Shane Page only missed the best players 2 or 3 times for the season. Didn't get a vote in the Hendo, I'm pretty sure. So whether the umpires can pick up on what we see is another thing. And also I thought Duncan Cadman was terrific in the back half, seemingly under the pump for what I would anticipate a clear advantage of inside 50s to North Ballarat, and they got much more deeper ones as well. It wasn't really until the last quarter that Darley were able to enjoy some footy inside their deep 25.
Yeah, you're right there, Toddy, and we're of course talking about the Roy Edwards Memorial Trophy for the best player awarded for our best on ground, if you will, in the grand final. They also, of course, give out the AFL Victoria Country Medal, so could be a chance for a couple of players that we've already mentioned to walk away with their silverware. And you know, there's only one piece of silverware the 22 blokes will care about this afternoon, and that's the Premiership medal.
And it's decisions like Lee Spiteri's midweek, the phone call to the coach on the Wednesday and says, look, my shoulder's no good, I'd love to go round. He withdraws from selection, makes the decision easier for the boys. They bring in Will Johnson, who was dynamic with, up to about 10 disposals, but got it done. I would have... the choice of mine outside of the North Big Three and in the 5, and would be no surprise if a North Ballarat player who were very solid all day. They did their homework on Darley, and they kept most of them quiet. I'm still trying to comprehend how they actually got it done.
Well, it was just their ability just to hunt and pressure and tackle, and like we saw it last week, Todd, when they in the preliminary final, their ability to dominate from clearance, and today again that was their key to any success against the Devils. And you know, you talk about Darley's success in season 2023, you only look to the Henderson medal. Number 1, Brett Bewley, number 2, Luther Baker. We're talking about medals and people who are going to get one. We're not talking about those 2 names because North Ballarat are on top of that aspect of the game, and you know, did all so much, they just couldn't get it. I guess that killer blow, as we mentioned, in the 3rd term.
While we speak at length about a potential medal winner on this given day, the final day of the BFNL or Carlton McDonald's series, it really does pale in comparison to the bigger prize that's been made available for Darley to get it done. So 11-5-71, Darley kicked in that last quarter. They went 3-1-3 in the opening 3 terms. Before that last quarter, they managed to get 4 goals, and we said at the top that they need to get that done to prevail, and that's the way it's eventuated. So, Dan Jordan's been very patient, so too the Darley faithful. It's a big operation, of course, with that new facility getting done. They spent their first half of the season on the road. Trav, you saw him a couple of times. You're on the wrong side of the Devils a couple of times. 45 at one and 56 in the other. They've been a pretty solid unit, and to get the result today, it makes 10 wins in a row to finish off the season. And Billy Myers and Luther Baker crown their home and away and final series unbeaten 16-0.
Impressive. Wow.
Yeah, that's incredible. That's an incredible stat there, Todd. I think also the incredible thing about it as well is that it's the thing about that as well with winning the flag, it's making them special, given the fact they had to play so many games away to do it like they had to do it. It makes it a better story.
Players and spectators of both sides move to the presentation area, please.
I think North Ballarat took some things away from Darley today, and they were still good enough to win.
Yeah.
I don't think North could have done any more, honestly.
They couldn't have had a better day if they tried.
Nah,
I think they brought their absolute A game, and in the end, it was it came down to the final kick, and it was one of those A grades we talked about in the pre-game, Billy Myers, that literally took it away from them with one kick of the footy. So, I mean, Brendan McCartney can hold his head high with this young North Ballarat group. They've got so much room for improvement in the positives, and the fact that a 1-point loss in the grand final shows how close they were in season 2023 to a premiership.
Yeah, I wrote in the post-match of their preliminary final success, 23 points, player points they took. Only Ned Nash was a 2-pointer, the other 21 1-pointers. And, of course, Quinlan went out of the side today to make way for Stuart Cramery, just to add a few points. But plenty of upside for both sides, of course. Both sides have a couple of near 30 or 30-plus players going around, but predominantly, 19 to 22, they're really in a good space, especially with Jordan signing on for another 2 years, and I'm sure North Ballarat wouldn't hesitate to reciprocate and take McCartney on for another 2 seasons.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, the way they're performed the season 2023, and at times, looked like that maybe making the top 6 would have been a stretch. I mean, the competition was so even this year. Look at the sides that were around the mark with North Ballarat. It really could have gone any way this year, and I mean, I've said it a few times in the close at the call here today. There was a game that could have gone anywhere, a season that could have gone anywhere. So
yep, and no one left the ground. I mean, I got here at about just shy of 1 o'clock this afternoon, and they'd already beaten the gate of last year. Such was the interest in the game, and it was so good to have 5 clubs participating in the maximum 6 in all grades this afternoon. Sammy, you're privy to the earlier 2 grades today. To be remiss of us not to mention those premiers today.
Yeah, East Point got it done in the under-19, so congratulations to them. And in the reserves, it was Sunbury who won before the Sebastopol to win the reserves premiership for the 3rd year in a row, I think.
Great beat, yep.
So well done there to the Lions in that grade. There's been a few people who've had a couple of drinks and enjoyed what was a cracking afternoon of football as players have finally made their way from the far side ground. Of course, the coach's box on the far side here at the City Oval made their way across to the broadcast sides. We've got a West Coast.
Ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. I welcome you to the presentations for the McDonald's Ballarat Football Netball League Senior Grand Final. I think everyone would be in agreement of the fact that we've just witnessed one of the most amazing grand finals in the history of the Ballarat Football Netball League, and a game of that calibre is not possible without the contribution of 2 outstanding football clubs. Unfortunately vanquished today, but I think it's important that we pay due respect to North Ballarat, Brendan McCartney, Simon McCartan, and the entire North Ballarat list. Congratulations on making your way through to the grand final, and our condolences. I'd like to invite the umpires who officiated today's grand final to make their way to the stage to receive their grand final medals. Field umpires Adrian Sinetti, Brendan Brasser, and Brent Irvin. The boundary umpires, Josh Roth, Sean Mason. And the goal umpires, Alan Lapierre and Reese Brio. We congratulate the umpires on making their way through to the senior grand final. It's something the umpires strive for all season, and that's why they train hard to be as good as they possibly can to officiate on the final day in the senior game. I'd like to call for Jared Harrington in his capacity as director for the presentation of the Ballarat Football Netball League Roy Edwards Memorial Trophy. The Roy Edwards Memorial Trophy is presented each year to the best player as determined by the directors of the Ballarat Football Netball League. And for 2023, that player is Riley Polkinghorn of North Ballarat. Well done, Riley. Congratulations. It was an outstanding game. For the presentation of the AFL Victoria Best On Ground medal, I'd like to call for Josh Galbraith from AFL Victoria. Thank you, Josh, for joining us and for presenting this medal to the player deemed to be best on ground as determined by the officiating umpires in today's grand final. And for the 2023 McDonald's Ballarat Football Netball League Senior Grand Final, that player is Billy Myers.
I understand why the
Well, as I made mention, the contribution of North Ballarat, their entire 2023 season was quite outstanding. I'd like to encourage and invite Brendan McCartney to come forward to say a few words on behalf of his team. Thank you, Brendan.
Sammy might know he's got the TV. I'm like, was there a fend-off or something? We couldn't see maybe if there was a fend-off. So it was a 50-50 top there.
Hey, it's a great day of footy.
When I say that,
Fantastic game. Well done to Darley and Dan, you're a class footy club. Competitive, play a great brand of footy, and you can see the other night that you do things well on and off the field. So well done to our players and our club. So proud of you. I think even your opponents and people watching today know how much you gave, how you put your body in.
I thought Sammy wanted to. He did, look at him, he's smart.
Footy's a tough game, and sometimes it goes your way, sometimes it doesn't. Today it didn't quite end our way, but I've never been more proud of the group of players I've worked with, and haven't enjoyed coaching this much in such a long time, and that's because of you boys. Well done.
Thank you, Brendan. Very gracious. Now I'd like to call forward the successful Premiership coach of 2023, Dan Jordan, to speak on behalf of his team.
Thanks, Wes. North Ballarat, I'm actually pretty gutted for you, because I reckon you outplayed us all day today. And credit to, one, your group, know you're young, but we lost the final by 1 point here on this very ground last year. And that's been a huge motivation for us to get to where we are today. I hope you can do the same. So Brendan, respect you greatly, mate. I know we've spoken a few times over the year. What you've done with this group is unbelievable, and I hope you continue to drive them further, and we can have many more clashes like that in the future. All right, everyone, please put your hand together. What an effort from North Ballarat. To our boys, we play great footy, but we hung around, and that's always been the spirit you blokes have had from the very first time that I stepped in the door. I just had to refine a few of you. Fair call. To the wider footy club, we started a journey about 23 months ago, coming off the back of not having won a game of footy for 3 years, about returning this club to what you believed was your rightful place at the top of the table. Darley Footy Club, your road to redemption is over.
I'd like to invite Ballarat Football Netball League Chairman Adrian Bedio to assist with the presentation of the Premiership medals. And we begin with number 3, Matt Denham. Number 6, Bailey Young. Number 7, Vice Captain and Henderson Medal runner-up, Luther Baker. Number 8, Andrew Azapati. Number 9 for the Devils, Mitch Ward. Number 10, Billy Myers. Number 11, Matthew Brett. Adam Azapati. Number 14, Mace Cousins. Wearing 15, Darren Leonard. Is Dylan Bishop. Number 17, Deputy Vice Captain Joel Cadman. Number 18, Duncan Cadman. Number 19, Riley Matricardi. Number 20, Zane Laveray. Will Johnson. 23, Harley Inglis. Number 25, Darcy Matricardi. Number 28, Shane Page. Number 40, Lucas Impey. And number 47, Jacob Zestratton. And now I'd like to call back Coach Dan Jordan. And the captain of the Darley Devils, two-time Henderson medalist, Brett Bewley. And now the president of 2020 Ballarat Senior Championship Cup, your proud 20 balls. Thank you very much, everybody, for coming out today for what's been a magnificent day of Ballarat Football Netball League action, both on the field and on the court. 4,700 people filed through the gates today, which was outstanding. And ultimately, the final spoils go the way of the Darley Devils, winning by 1 point. Our congratulations once again to Darley, and at the same time we acknowledge an outstanding contribution by North Ballarat, making their way through to the grand final. Be sure to travel home safely, ladies and gentlemen. Enjoy the celebrations, and at the same time, make sure you stay safe. We want to see you all back in 2024 for more McDonald's Ballarat Football Netball League action.